evening and welcome to the Trog Clan World Model Feud Takeover. I asked you all here this evening to wish happy birthday to my best friend Dick Dawson. I'm glad you all could make it. I hope you enjoyed the show. But since this is a surprise birthday party, Dick has no idea what's going on. Give me a moment and let me grab Dick. Hang on, I gotta dial him up. We got one ringy-dingy, two ringy-dingy. Dick, are you there? Hello?
Hey, Logical, what are you up to, man?
Yo, bro, what's going on?
I'm just chilling right now, hanging around the house.
Don't suppose you've been on YouTube lately, have you?
Well, I saw a notification and fucking YouTube once again with this whole switch from classic to the new beta studio is fucking up and saying I'm going live. And here I am chilling, doing nothing. So I know, I didn't even bother looking because it's just bullshit.
Let's see what's going on. Show me your screen here and click on that. Let's take a look.
Okay, hold on. What okay. Hello? What?
We are live on World Model Feud with a special happy birthday, Dick Dawson surprise birthday party.
Yeah. You're a fucker.
Yes, I am. Takes one to know one, you little dick.
Well, I saw something the other day too, and I thought, well, I didn't know what was going on, and that's why when we went live with that whole thing and Kevin Kennedy and whatnot, I put somebody was fucking with my shit in the title because there was some weird little blurb from YouTube Studio, and it must have been you guys pissing around doing this, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just me. But anyway, while you're here, I wanted the audience to get to know you as well as I know you. And I have a special video presentation just for you, Dick. So, Dick Dawson, this is your life. Robert? When gigs were soft and money was tight, Dick rose to the occasion and pushed through to become a rising star in the music industry, spending more than a decade on stage.
Give me a second, guys, here.
Technical difficulties with the video. One moment.
It's funny. I'm sure you guys did what we do for the shills, where you do a dry run, and OBS just seems to literally have diarrhea issues where it shits all over itself and just never obeys.
Yeah, well, it's the pending birth of Skynet, where the computers are going to take over, and they're just showing us that they have control at the moment.
Well, judging by the look of Kevin Kennedy floating over there on his flying saucer, I think he's going to be one of our only lines of defense. We are really going to have to look into this.
Yeah, absolutely. How are we looking, Robert?
Let's try it again.
Okay. On this special day, the Shills team would like to wish happy birthday to Dick Dawson with a special Dick Dawson, this is your life. 50 years ago today, Dick came into the world with a microphone in one hand and a bottle of single malt scotch in the other. The nurses could tell right away that Dick was special and predicted that he would rise to the occasion and meet life's hardest challenges head first. The doctor who delivered Dick finally remembers that day. In a recent interview, she stated,
Dick was a hard package to deliver, requiring 16 hours of careful handling. I knew right away he was really special.
Dick discovered his voice at an early age. It wasn't long before everyone knew that Dick would be a hard one to beat in the school's talent shows. Dick's grade school principal remembers.
Little Dick would come on stage and let it all hang out. His voice was so powerful, our ears took a real beating.
After graduating high school, Dick found life as a rock and roll musician hard. When gigs were soft and money was tight, Dick rose to the occasion and pushed through to become a rising star in the music industry, spending more than a decade on stage. Dick's fans still remember the excitement of his solid performances.
In those days, Dick rocked so hard, exploding onto the stage with all the raw power only he could bring. We just couldn't get enough Dick.
After shooting his talent all over North America, Dick decided to buckle down and go back to college. He found his calling as an IT specialist, where he excelled in handling hard drives, stroking the computer's capabilities, and really ramming the competition in a highly competitive field. While in college, Dick met the love of his life. Unfortunately, due to long, hard hours, keeping his customers' computers humming, his life of marital bliss fell on rock-hard times. Once again, Dick found himself handling life solo. Unknown to Dick, NASA had been keeping one eye on his meteoric rise in the IT industry. After watching him develop his skills, NASA decided they just needed Dick's hard-hitting style and recruited him as a shill. After stiff negotiations, Dick accepted the call to hammer the flat Earth. Today he can be found on YouTube, where he really nails the flurfs with a razor-sharp tongue, beating them into submission, one idiot at a time. Now Dick is one of the hardest-working members of the Shills team, where he sticks his opinions in hard enough to gag any flurf. They now call him Mr. Dick. Dick Dawson, this has been your life. And from all of your friends on YouTube, happy birthday.
That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Happy birthday, man.
And just in case anybody in the audience watching doesn't know who any of these panel members are, let's go around the quick room for some introductions. First up, we have Writer of Dinosaurs.
Hello, everyone.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you do on YouTube and wish Dick a happy birthday, and we'll move on.
Well, really quickly, I'm known for debunking Jam Truth, giving him a hard time, and I've got something coming on again with him. Shortly. Really hard.
Thanks, Ryder.
And happy birthday, Dick, because you really, really deserve it.
Well, thanks for joining us, Ryder. That's cool. Right on.
Yeah. Next, we have Brainy Beaver.
Oh shit, I'm actually unmuted too. I don't know how long that's happened. But hey, here I am. Hello, how's it going? I myself just released a video not even an hour and a half ago, which everybody should go check out. And other than that, how's it going, Dick? You big dick.
Oh, Beaver, man, I'm glad you made it, buddy. That's awesome. And, you know, a new day with a new Beaver to check out and enjoy. Come on, that's
I'm always
a great
trying to get a new
day
Beaver to check out and enjoy, but my wife's usually hitting me with her elbow when that happens. Just kidding. Snap. Anyways.
Oh boy. Gotta watch Mrs. Beaver. She's got some teeth. Next up, we
could have taken that to the next step of gnawing on wood, right? Yeah. You guys are being good.
And the rule here, if anybody doesn't quite get it, is if you think you have, you know, approach the line and maybe you should hold back and not take it that far. No, that's just not how we roll here. The line is much further away, so you can go there. It's all right.
So next up we have Radical, the Unhallowed Knight. Hey, Radical.
Well, the real question is, does my sound card work? It seems to be overheating somehow.
You sound amazing.
Yeah, it's working fine.
You.
I sound amazing. Hey, Dick.
You still use a sound card? Who does that?
Hey, Dick. That's just the way he says it.
Hey, Brainy. People who want good sound use sound cards.
That's such bullshit. Yeah. The onboard audio doesn't make it nowadays. You got a good motherboard.
Magical, are you not shocked by that statement? I'm honestly considering taking away your Canadian stripes right now, Beaver.
What do you mean? That's ridiculous. I don't know that it used to be a time when you had to have a sound card with computers, but now if you go in there, unless you're some sort of audiophile, but you do recording for a profession, Radical, so that is different.
Yeah, dude, we're not talking about Doom here.
Well, Doom also requires some heavy lifting for sound if you want quality sound, Beaver.
Oh, so, yeah. Get yourself an MT, right? Get yourself a Roland. Boom.
I'm not somebody who's willing to spend $1,000 so I can hear that extra, that extra little tone. Oh, do you hear that? Do you hear that? You can only hear that on this type of technology. Like these people.
You know what that sounds like, Beaver? You know what that sounds like? It sounds like horseshit.
Yeah. And on that note, let's bring in the rest of our panel here. We have Jet Monk, the Drunk Monkey. Hey, Jet Monk.
Oi, oi! How's it going, man?
Hey.
Hey, Dick! Happy fucking birthday, bro! I'd have made you a video like, I did for Babes, but you're nowhere near as nice, and you're twice as fucking ugly, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh, spoken like a true show.
Somebody that gets the
right? Go on.
Somebody who gets the joke and enjoys it. I love it.
Fucking right, man. No, but I mean this. I fucking so glad that I met you, all of you, Trog as well. You mean a lot to me, right? And I not just met you, but lucky to fucking become your, friends and close and family, and the stuff that we do together on the shills and these sort of hangouts is fucking awesome, man. I love you all.
Yeah, I love it too, Monkey. It's the best. Yes, it means so much to us. The family that you build. It's really, really important, right? Logical.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have two more show members, Jim Bojo. Jim, are you out there?
Yeah,
there he is.
We gotta
Happy
listen
birthday,
to this fucking guy.
Hello, how are you, mate? Oh, I'm so excited.
Buddy.
I hope you have as nice a day as you are. So work that one out. It's really great to hear, though.
You mean I have to go through a load of that shit?
Absolutely. It's your birthday. This is a dick roast. You're going to take all this shit we can dish out.
Oh, God, I'll bend over now.
And speaking of dishing out shit, here's one of the supreme masters of it, Steaming Cup of Reason.
Yes, mates.
Hey, Dick, how you doing, brother?
Oh,
Happy
you know what?
Birthday,
I'm up to taking a good hard time from you guys. That's how this Dick's feeling.
Yeah, good.
Trust me. You're gonna get it.
You're gonna feel like you've taken Dick, mate.
Absolutely. Listen, Dick, I just want to tell you happy birthday, and I wish you many, many more. It's been an absolute honor getting to know you, and you've become a real friend, and I think all of us here can agree YouTube wouldn't be the same without you around. So happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy this day.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. That's really cool. I know how hard it was for you to say something nice, so that I really appreciate the effort. That was great, man. Thanks.
Yeah, now fucking roast him,
get
Jeff.
a bandage and wrap it around the tongue.
Well, before we roast Dick too hard, we got a few more panel members to introduce. We also have with us one of your good friends, Crash's RC Budget Builds and Reviews.
What's going on? Happy birthday, Dick. And did anybody else notice that it looks like Steaming Cup of Reason is like doing something perverted with my Harley?
I wouldn't put it past him. I know. You never can tell.
Yeah, he's gonna go all biofuel on your gas tank if you're not careful, man.
We also have with us 1 Minute Debunk.
Hi there. Happy birthday,
Hello,
Dick.
1 minute.
Hey, thanks, 1 minute. How you doing, man? That's awesome you showed up. That's so cool.
I'm good. Are you having a good day? Have you got something to drink?
Oh, yeah. I've already hit the level where, I should have thought of slowing down, but that's just not going to happen. And, being a good Canadian, I've made sure that I can tickle my fancy in other ways that are very appropriate to the day as well.
Okay, well, it's good to hear that you're fully lubricated.
Nobody wants it. No, never mind.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when you say tickle your fancy another way, don't say you've got your fucking blow-up doll out again.
Monk, you swore up and down that you would not speak of that on air. Damn it. All right,
Shit,
all right.
sorry,
Yeah, I'll put it away. Hold on.
Okay, and we also have with us Amy Hogan. Amy.
Hello, hello. Happy birthday, Dick.
Hey, thanks, Amy. That's awesome. Amy Hogan's here, everybody. This is so cool.
Yes, we wanted to say thank you for being a great friend, and it's awesome to have a fellow special needs parent on here, and we thank you for that too.
Oh yeah, and I do try to use the platform to engage that from time to time for sure, without stuffing it down everybody's throats, because you know how I get sometimes. But coming up, we do have to do an episode on World Model Feud, being the title of the show and all, where we really get into the issue with a few of us parents. It would be absolutely fantastic. And if we could find one of those living hunks of human dog shit that just perpetrate YouTube with their anti-vax bullshit to come on and talk to us, that would be amazing.
That would be so awesome. I'm ready to kick butt and take names.
Oh yeah, let's do it for sure.
That would be fucking special. That would be awesome.
Last but not least, all the way from Scotland, Teddy Bogle.
Happy motherfucking birthday to the most legendary dick on YouTube, mate. I'm telling you. I hope you've got your fucking helmet polished nice and shiny, mate, because you're about to get shafted.
That was so good. Taddy, you're amazing. You're a superstar. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's fucking brought to be here, son. I'm telling you, this is going to be fucking amazing. I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm just fucking stoked to be sharing your fucking birthday wishes with you, man. Have a fucking great one.
Yeah, so here in America, we on birthdays we tend to open up the barbecue grills and do our thing, have parties, crank out the beer. So I'm gonna light up the barbecue grill. Everybody open their mics because we're having a dick roast today.
Fucking oath.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what we'll do is everybody try not to be too stepped on each other, but just throw it out and toss it around and have an absolute time. And
we're on the clock. This is fun time.
With us before, talk about not stepping on people.
Yeah. I tell you what, right? Fucking. Like, I'd like to fucking, if I'd have thought about this, I'd have made a video and fucking ranted you hard and just fucking played a nice fucking full-on rant right in your face, mate. But you'll have to fucking get it live, won't ya?
Now, when I first met Dick, you notice his avatar is wearing a suit and tie. And I asked him about it. Why being so formal, man? This is only on YouTube. He says, well, I have to wear a tie because it covers the circumcision scar.
Hey guys, I just noticed we haven't heard from Mr. Jim Bells yet.
Yeah, is the cat around?
Hello, Globetards.
Hello, Mr. Jim Bells.
You were going to introduce me for a moment there, but I'm jolly glad you did. Hello, Dick. How are you doing? Dick has been such a great friend to the community lately. I do hope you enjoy your birthday. I say, do you understand what I am saying? Rather dim. Hello.
Yeah. I'm trying to follow along. Yes, Mr. Jim Bell. Thank you so much for coming.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you just said in the slightest. Can anyone else speak idiot? I haven't got the slightest.
He said, go and find some catnip and fuck off, you little rat.
Well, if that's the way that I'm going to be treated, I shall go and eat a nice tin of tuna. Good evening.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jim Bells. We cannot have a proper...
Stop now. He's extremely pissed.
I was just going, here, kitty.
I'm sorry, I forgot, Mr. Jim Bells. We cannot have a proper dick roast without a pussy and a beaver.
Yes.
I remember the beaver, but I completely forgot
the pussy. What am I thinking?
Hey, everybody, let's say hi to Dead Kennedy. He's in the room.
Oh, hey, Dead Kennedy in space, buddy. How are you?
Yeah. Is he in the live chat or no? He's not in the voice chat. Did you not get the link I sent you, Dickus? Go to your DM in Discord. I sent you a link so you can join us here in the party, man.
Yeah, you're bouncing around on screen like a fucking 14-year-old with a heart on, so you might as well be in the damn show, too.
Get your head screwed on straight.
Dead Kennedy is in here, guys.
When you call him that, it sounds like you're calling him Dick Kiss.
Yeah, it's Dickus. Dead Kennedy Space, D-K-I-S, Dickus. And he needs to get his head in here because Dick needs some.
I'm here, y'all.
Yo!
Hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy?
How's everybody doing? Happy birthday, Dick.
Hey, thanks, man. How's things? How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Had a decent day at work. Came home and started working on the second part of the horrible Dubé rap, and then got the notification that this was live, and was like, "Oh yeah."
Cool, man. Hey, speaking of his rap, you know what I was thinking? In the near future, when another one of these absolute ball lickers comes out with one of these little songs, why don't we re-record the song and fix it?
We can do that. You know, conspiracy music guru, right?
Yeah.
I think he's still making new songs.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
It's hard because I'm like 99.99% sure he's a Poe.
Yeah, but sometimes funny is funny, and in a scene, we can't always be attacking the catastrophically stupid that literally makes you hurt. Every now and then, to engage in a more flat out and so on experience where we're all just having fun is actually pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I don't
Absolutely.
know. Those conversations always remind me of when mobsters talk to each other in movies and they're like, slapping each other on the back and going, "Hey, how you going? How you doing? How's your mama?" But they all secretly hate each other and want to kill each other. It has that kind of vibe to me almost.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I feel that too, totally. I get that.
We're talking about that.
Yeah, Monk, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, when I realised who is it 'cause I is flat is, and speaking to him that night when me and him arranged, talked about doing that debate, and then as he left and he said to me, "Yeah, but have you got any glow proof?" I just kind of looked at him in a different way, do you know what? You're a fucking knob. Even though I've known him for years, but I just thought, can't believe it, man. What a fucking idiot you are.
Yeah, Beaver, come on, man. I haven't heard anything from you since your introduction. Open up that mic. Give us something, dude. Give me some Beaver. I need me some shaved Beaver.
I'm not afraid of coming in when I come in. Don't worry, I'll get in there.
The Beaver's coming. Okay, now we know.
I'm wiping tired tears out of my eyes right now while I sit back in my chair and listen to the banter.
The life of a working stiff.
Yeah.
All I can say is I saw Riding of Dinosaurs Avatar. It reminded me of Jar Jar Binks. If you just put ears on that dinosaur, Rider of Jar Jar Binks.
Mean. That's funny. I just want we have to pay Beaver to get his anime chicks to jump up and down when he uses them on debates.
Yeah.
Crashes, don't you know it's illegal to pay beavers?
It depends. In Nevada, it's not.
Depends on the country, yeah.
And actually, where Radical lives, it isn't either.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. Okay, never mind. Moving along.
It's only in certain places it's illegal to pay the beaver.
I don't know if this beaver's clean enough to get that health card, though.
Hey, I've had national health coverage, sir. This beaver is clean.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And everybody's seen live. It's or everybody will see live. It's gonna be shaved.
I'm not shaved, though. I'm going to tell you right now, there is a lot of hair that sugar syrup is going to get stuck in, okay? Because it would be a nightmare to try to shave everything. I mean, I'm not Italian, but I might as well be. So
are you going to fly over and, like, shave the entire beaver with a straight razor after he does it?
Fucking yeah, if you fucking hold him down, I'll shave him.
See, my wife said that if it gets too late in the season and people don't hurry up and subscribe, she said she can't guarantee she'll do it in a bikini. And I said, listen. I said, you agreed to it. You're doing it in a bikini. I'll give you some Uggs to wear. She can have some boots with some fur. That'll keep her warm, right?
Yes, that will. Boots with your fucking fur.
Jesus, I love it. There's always a dirty joke when you got some Dick Beaver and whatnot in the group. That's good.
I tell you what, right? I tell you what, us animals, though, beaver, and if you can drag that fucking cat by its tail back to the mic, we got to have more animals in the debunking community.
I set off Flat Earth Observer with the fact that I was a beaver. If anybody ever saw it, he's like, and now Craig, fight the Flat Earth is teaming up with a goddamn beaver that dresses up like a Mountie. And I'm like, does he understand that I'm a fucking cartoon character and I don't dress up as anything?
Yeah. He also called you a gay beaver.
No, was that him though? Or was that were we thinking of Osmond?
Well, he does look very happy, so of course he's a gay beaver, right?
That was Tim Osmond. Remember, I called you into the live chat.
Yeah,
he was calling you. Remember that one?
Oh, you never warned me though. I popped right into the middle of it. I'm like, holy fuck! I'm staring at Tim Osmond, and then he was like, "So, Beaver, why is all this gayness?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then I got a shit for going at him so hard, and I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know he was here. I fucking popped in the stream, and all of a sudden I'm answering gay beaver questions. I'm like, I was a little surprised.
Yeah, like we never met a homophobic flurf, right?
Have you seen Tim Osmond's newest thumbnail? It's got what is it, Sean Hufford with like a Baywatch babe with Sean's head.
Yeah.
They're set off by him so bad, eh? Like, holy shit, a dude with tits. Like, holy fuck.
That's hilarious.
They start twitching on the ground, and their friends have to put them on fucking straight chairs and like, you'll be okay. Somebody get the smelling salt. This guy's going down.
So what do they say when you do your avatar chicks, bro?
Sorry?
What do they say when you do your avatar chicks? I will say a couple of them are pretty damn hot.
Those, yeah. I was hoping to set somebody off with that. You know what I'll do is I'll do that with Russian vids next time. He'll fucking lose it. You're like, he's trannies. He's lose his mind.
Oh yeah, he is a right off the wall motherfucker. That guy. He's
man,
screwed up. Any little thing will trigger that, just like that JM Truth. The shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't listen either. It's all just ignoring your answers.
Yeah,
with RV.
JM Truth is the same way though. He just ignores what you present as evidence and says, "Nuh-uh."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, show me a flirt that doesn't do that.
Do you know what?
Hip-hop hippie tomorrow, and that's what he does apparently. He's just everything's fake because look at it, bruh. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how this goes. I've not been a debater in the past, so I mean, I hope hip hop hippie doesn't fucking walk away with a title on this one. Just because I'm like, what the fuck? Well, they do this, eh? Like they're debating more often. So
no, just pin them down. Pin them down and don't let them move off one subject and say, until we get past this, we're not going anywhere. So they can't run around in circles.
Yeah, they're not debating so much as they're arguing.
Yeah, they dodge.
Yeah, but then
that's the thing, though. You got to put them in a corner and just keep them there, because if you don't, then they take control over the whole. And Craig does that a lot. He'll let them distract him from the subject at hand, but he's been doing better about bringing it back.
Well, Steve McRae, I think it was Steve McRae. I think it was Steve McRae might be the moderator tomorrow night for this, so that'll be I could see him being like dragging it back on target.
Steve's a good moderator.
Yeah, he's a good moderator.
I'll be honest with you, I'm a little nervous. I mean, I know Hip Hop Hippie's a fucking idiot, and I'm not worried about that part of it. I mean, I'm not doubting that I'm more intelligent than Hip Hop Hippie, but these people just live for these debates. They wake up in the morning and they watch debates, and they go to sleep watching debates. In the middle of the night, if he gets up and takes a pee, he's probably watching a debate while he pisses.
I know what you mean. Do you know, actually, Crashes, you were there. The very, very first time I ever debated anyone was Scotty Storm. That's when I met you, Crashes. Do you remember?
Yep.
Yeah, and I was
fucking Storm. Oh my.
Yeah, I destroyed him in fucking like 2 minutes.
We got some lurkers on the panel, and that's just not allowed. Teddy Bogle, Steaming Cup, Amy Hogan, get your butts in here. We know you got things to say.
I got some.
But I was.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
How
hey,
come,
Radical, did you bring some chicken?
You just said debate like 28 times, and no one made a master debater joke.
Maybe a cunning linguist, but I'm a master debater.
We didn't.
Yeah, that's because I'm so meta.
We got Kevin Kennedy looking to get in here.
I was gonna say to Beav, I've done a couple videos about hip hop hippie debating, and I can throw a question at you right now that I guarantee you he will throw at you, and it's so stupid. And if you can handle this question on the spot, you can handle anything he'll throw at you.
Okay.
He'll say something to the effect of, "Can you demonstrate a large spherical object with bodies of water curving around it and pressure gradients and evidence of orbits?"
Yep.
I'd say yes. You're fucking standing on it.
Yeah, you're standing on it.
Yeah.
Fucking moron.
Open your fucking eyes.
Yeah,
like so. The
Do you know,
problem
like,
with that is, what's the answer to a question like that? Because his deeming of what's acceptable is different than our deeming of what's acceptable. Because like you're standing on the example, and if I look through a telescope, I can find other examples.
Yeah,
like not with
they don't have a standard of evidence, you know.
Yeah.
So just throw their standard of evidence out the window and just slam them with logic.
That's what I was going to say. I would. Sorry.
I want to know why the only people I can get to debate me are people like Matthias, the Walking Witness. Everybody else runs from the auto panic.
Yeah, no shit. I got an idea for you though, Beav. We're gonna get you and Dick together. We're gonna redo the Aristosthenes experiment, but we're going to use Dick as the stick because he is a real piece of hard hitting wood, you know. and we'll just measure his shadow. What do you think?
Fucking oath.
I've still got a ticket I got to use by time next year because that never really went off. In the end, it was cloudy, and then fucking now I got to try to find a place to use a plane ticket. It's kind of a waste of money for me. I kind of almost wish I didn't spend the money on that because, you know, but I had just lost my job, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going for it. But then, of course, I had to just cancel the plane ticket in the end, so what a waste.
So I want to know, if we're using Dick to measure shit, how are we going to get him fluffed up so he's hard enough to take a measurement in the shadow?
Just pull his fucking blow-up doll out of the fucking cupboard and you watch him grow.
Well, he'll have a beaver doing the experiment with him. If that doesn't get him stiff, nothing will.
I have an idea. Bring Orphan Red into the mix.
Yeah.
No, we don't want him shriveling.
So I don't understand what the deal is with Orphan Red. She's not hot.
No, I know
not
she
at
isn't.
all.
No, not even a bit. Yeah, but the flurfers don't get pussy. Yeah, but the flurfers don't get laid, so...
Well, of course they don't. They believe the fucking earth is flat. Who'd fuck that? I tell you what, I could be married for 10... Say that again.
They have their mouse in one hand and their dick in the other hand, or joystick,
Yes.
whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
Dick, have you been being handled by flurfs again?
I could be married for 10 fucking years happily, and if my missus turned around to me and said the earth is flat, I'd go on, fuck off.
I've got a Harley, so I don't have that problem.
Sorry guys, give me 1 second because I've run out of beer and that's just unacceptable.
Not on your fucking birthday, mate.
Unforgivable.
Not gonna happen. Not on my watch, baby.
Just do the George Thorogood thing, you know. Get your bourbon and scotch out now.
Nobody likes a dry dick.
You do realize we have an RCMP beaver in the house. He's going to give you a citation for running out of beer.
I wanted to ask everyone a question.
No, sorry, I was just sending a picture of myself in the mirror showing off my butt to my wife with like my finger in my mouth, like, ooh. It's not a pretty picture. I'm not sexy, guys. It's just that it's funny.
Let's have a look.
I said more where that came from. Growl.
What's John's question?
Yeah, what's the question, Jet?
I wait to all of you have obviously engaged with a fucking globe denier and fucked hard at some point. What is the lamest insult that you've just gone, really, dickhead?
Yeah, that would be the gay insults, you know. Oh, you're just gay. And it's like, what? If I'm not, it's not an insult. And if I am, it's still not an insult. I just agree with you. You know, fuck off.
Yeah,
that fire requires air and oxygenators don't exist. Or oxidizers.
That's a really good one because, you know, the whole idea when somebody tries to insult you on sexual orientation way or religious way or whatnot, it means nothing to anyone except those ignorant enough to assume it's an insult. So all they've done is call themselves out.
I saw the sickest video the other day.
Do you know, dog? Let me tell you what mine is. Mine was, oh, shut up, you're just a fucking cartoon monkey.
Hey guys, I see that.
Really?
Hey guys, I see Amy Hogan has a thing from the chat to read out. Amy, you got the floor, man.
Thank you. Yes. Glober Mom said, I hope Dick Spear has a good head on it.
Well, then now that begs the question. What kind of head do you have on your beer, Dick?
You know what? When I poured this beer out, the head grew large. It really bubbled up at the top, and then it settled in to be exactly what you would expect from a well-poured beer. Perfect head.
And just the right size.
And in that moment, Dick created beer porn.
Yes, man, you took the words right out of my fucking mouth. I was just about to say something along the lines that sounded like porn.
What program, not to talk shop while we're in the middle of live stream, but this shouldn't matter. What kind of program do you use to capture what we're saying like that?
Oh, that's from the Google Meets itself, the closed captions.
Really?
And then we're just keying it out. Yeah.
I didn't know Google Meets had that function.
Oh, well, I was shocked you hadn't started doing it because you're using it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, well, I've been using Meets the whole time. I just, as soon as I saw Fight the Flat Earth get doxed there, or not doxed, get a porn bomb the first time, I was like, and Meets. So I bought it like that day because I was like, I'm damned if I'm getting snuck up on. Because I mean, I've accidentally left the link up already before. People are like, oh, you've left the link up, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Because they can't just jump in. You can, like, who the hell is this? Like, no, don't come in.
And if you capture the way we have, Beaver, all you have to do is OBS or whatever streaming software you use and color key, and they come up transparent, and away you go. You know how to do that part, right? No problem.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's anything you want to go over, we got that part mastered, no problem.
Have you guys seen the production values on my Hangouts? They suck.
I don't know that they suck.
It's not about production value. It's about the commentary.
Yeah, man. We've had a lot of laughs in yours.
Oh yeah.
Because we're doing the exact same thing you're doing, Crash, except somebody took the time to put up pretty little icons and stuff and create that screen, but otherwise it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'll get back to doing my thing. I had a long talk with Logical last night, so I'll be back up soon.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong,
man.
Go ahead. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. People like eye candy. Humans are kind of like monkeys. We're like, ooh, yeah, shiny. Exactly. But yeah. So don't get me. The eye candy looks nice and does make a channel feel more legitimate. But honestly, if you've got, it's like video games. I remember back when I played, I was playing EVE Online and stuff like that, and I was out in 0-0 Empire Space, and everybody was talking about Minecraft because it was new at the time. And I remember saying, like, everybody's talking about it. Meanwhile, we're playing this epic universe space simulator, and they're talking about Minecraft, and I'm like, but it looks like garbage, I said to them in voice comms. And this is like 15 years ago now, or 12 years ago. And it was like, the guy goes, so what? Have you tried it? And I'm like, no. He's like, try it. You'll like it. And then after that, I was playing Minecraft for half a year with all of my corporation mates on EVE. So
I'll raise you one, Beaver. What about Dwarf Fortress?
Well, yeah, and I never played Dwarf Fortress, but I'm aware of it.
No, but the idea behind it, it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
It doesn't have graphics, but it has extreme depth. I haven't played it, but there's also a new game out like RimWorld, which is basically a light version of that, and it also has like sprite effects.
Don't get me wrong, if you can make a good game, if you can make a good game with good graphics, that's also fantastic. But honestly, gameplay trumps graphics. I mean, I love, like, one of the games I love, there's a million of them, but Prison Architect. I mean, Prison Architect is just literally little characters going between their prison cell and lunch break, and stuff like that.
Yeah, RimWorld is exactly the same.
It's identical to the point where people actually thought that they had stolen each other's things, but the creators had talked to each other and they were both okay with each other's sprites being so similar. But yeah, the game is amazing. Both those games are incredible. Graphically, nah. But like gameplay, what you can do and everything, they're some of the best games out there, and indie games are some of the cheapest. I mean, fuck AAA these days. You can get way more out of a $20-something game than you can get out of an $80-something game. Any time.
I like you, Brainy Beaver.
Magical. When you say sprites, are you talking about proper old school like sprites?
Yeah, sprites.
Well, they're like little, like Prison Architect. That's what they're talking about. They say sprites. They're talking about little characters.
Can I say it? I mean, this is kind of my field, and I really like to talk about it. So, old school games, right? Let's, for instance, have a look at Doom, 1993, Doom 2. It is still being modded, it is still being played, and it looks amazing if you have all the mods installed. That old-ass engine is using sprites, but it still looks amazing, because they upgraded, they basically used artificial AI to upgrade the sprites with the higher resolution, so they actually look exactly like the older versions, but they are much higher resolution, like 4 times the res. And the lighting engines are modified. Just look up Brutal Doom. That's basically the ultimate Doom version of that game, and it looks amazing.
Oh, I can't wait. I have to see this because that sounds so good. I'm a massive retro computer fan myself. I have maybe 8 or 9 retro systems here right now, and I have the emulators running the ones I don't have. And the way we got from
emulators,
hardware sprites and then glitter and so on, the growth of it, the way it came around, it was such an amazing time, wasn't it?
You can make your own arcade console nowadays with an old computer sitting in the closet. You just have to. There's a interface to make the button panels, and then you get it's just an emulator. So when you turn it on, it's like, what game do you want to load? And but you have to buy. You just have to buy like like the arcade panel. You can get companies that make them and stuff, and you just buy that part, and then there's a program you run to interface them. And I have a cousin who has a arcade box. You just it's got a computer inside it. You wouldn't know the difference though. You mount a TV into the box, you build a case for it.
Yeah, you can do this with a Pi and then a little interface for the hardware and stuff, and you can play so many games.
By the time you put a Pi in there, I just use an old computer. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, yeah. But in this day and age, it's so great the way we can do this stuff. It's amazing. My son,
you can basically run a virtual machine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many of us have servers in our houses? I have my own media server that runs, sits over there, and I can, when I go on vacation, even as long as you got a fast enough internet connection, I can pull up my phone. I can look at all the movies that are like it's like a tailored selection, like my own Netflix, and I can pick a movie I want to watch and like throw it to a Chromecast or a smart TV. Oh fuck, there goes my dog.
Exactly. I love that stuff.
Are you at what?
Yeah, about
Radical Giver.
So there is another study that has been made about older games with lower fidelity in graphics. Basically, the newer games have much more visually going on, but they are less interesting because your mind is actually overwhelmed by all the detail. And the amazing thing about older games is that your mind was basically trying to fill in the detail itself, and that engages your brain much more when you're playing a game. There was an entire entire study about that.
But there's lots
lower
of
resolution.
examples of those kinds of games, right? Like Factario is another perfect example where at low graphics, but you build Factario, you build that epic factory and try to escape the planet by building a spaceship, right? If anybody's ever played it, it's fun.
Yeah, I was mostly talking about 3D games. I mean, Half-Life has a much more immersive feel than the new Half-Life versions, for instance, because there's too much going on screen, and you basically get your brain doesn't have to do any work. It doesn't have to fill out the world.
Part of the problem is they're not filling out the world. I mean, it used to be like Fallout 3 was there was a Fallout 3 or one of the Fallouts there was Fallout 3. I think was epic. It had great stories. The game was amazing, but then after that they just started kind of like cookie cuttering the same kind of game, and they're not really like Jesus. Look at the shooters, for instance. They basically just re-skin everybody, and then the next season they're like, look, it's Medal of Honor, fucking your brother banging your brother's wife edition, like whatever.
Yeah, Call of Duty is also very, very suspect of that.
It's the same. Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's like, look, I'm playing a completely different game that has, look, it's a different gun. It's like, they didn't do anything. The multiplayer is the same. It used to be when they came out with like an innovative like Battlefield, the first one, all of a sudden it was the first time you could drive the tanks and fly the helicopters, and people could jump on the back of other tanks that other people were driving.
Would you believe that old Battlefield is more detailed?
Well, hold on, guys. Remember where you are. Hold on, guys. Remember where you are. Anti-Flatter has joined the panel. We have to welcome Anti-Flatter.
Beat me to it.
The man from the future. Rocking, man.
Sneak in before people notice.
Yay.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get away with lurking.
Earlier than the rest because you're a future man, right?
I've been here for 24 hours already.
Yeah, man.
We just caught up to him, apparently.
Yeah, well, we're trying to, but we won't.
Magical nails it.
Hey,
he was here all along.
And Amy and Teddy Boogle, if you don't stop lurking, I'm going to send Gracie Crinklesaurus to come have a word with you.
Yeah.
Get in here.
Well, you can't get a word in at the moment with these talking about games.
That's exactly that, man. That's exactly that.
I was about to temper that anyway.
Excuse me,
I'll tell you, man, when it comes to technology, I'm just happy if I can turn the bloody thing on.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes.
I know how you feel, Patty.
Amy, try that login. Amy, try that login again. I got the phone in hand and all ready to go.
Oh, okay. I should be all set though because I've been using my own account on another computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as long as everything's good. So
everything's been perfect, and that's where I've been getting the comments from.
All right, cool. And what needs to be said? What's going on?
Well, Aaron Master said happy birthday, so that's one thing I was able to catch before my browser crashed. But yeah, I got it back. I do have it back, and so yeah, we're all set now. So anything that comes through, I'll be able to tell you.
Right on. So Flutter, right on. I'm so glad you joined us, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, well, good man. Happy birthday, my bro.
Well, thanks. I hit the center of the double digits, right? So, let's say I've hit the equator, and it's not the imagined equator of that guy and his magnets. Like, if you guys haven't seen that guy and his magnets, you have to watch this video because he really believes that if you take a bar magnet and split it in half, you could give somebody the south half and give somebody the north half. He just doesn't get it. It's fucking
Wouldn't it be like cutting a worm in it? Wouldn't it be like cutting a worm in half? You just make two of them?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of that, Victor never got a hold of me for some reason.
Oh, no? Oh, okay. Here, we'll try again. Dead Kennedy's here, too. So the two of us, we got to try to get Victor in touch with Crash for debate night.
Oh, that Victor.
Yeah,
that Victor. Because I yelled at him, he didn't answer me. So maybe we could try a little deeper.
Yeah, I can reach out to him. Oh man, be warned. Like the root of his whole argument is electromagnetism, and he doesn't know what a Faraday cage is.
I know. I listened to the entire debate.
What a fucking idiot!
If I was you, Crash, I would load up that one clip from one of Beaver's latest videos where he's got the salt in the water and he's really trying to make it happen and it just won't work. It was fucking amazing.
Oh no! If I can set something up with Victor, I have a better demonstration because all the things he said we couldn't measure, I have the tools here to do that live.
I know, because you do this. Like, the idea of the RC cars is magnetically driven. Like, come on, this is so easy for you, right? You live it.
Yep. Like his whole spherical thing, like that. He just triggered me. I was kind of drunk.
It's always amazing that they want to tell the experts in their fields they are the experts.
Yeah, but he wanted
They're like
to
scarecrows.
He said we couldn't measure an electromagnetic field, but what he was talking about, everything we have right now would be fried.
Oh, it's ridiculous. 1 minute debunk. You were jumping in there. What do you got on this?
I just said they're like scarecrows.
Yeah, so they're like a teddy bubble.
They're outstanding in their fields.
Outstanding in their fields. I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah. You know, with us talking about flurfs, I found out that Dick actually has a favorite flurf known as Daniel Pratt. Do you want to have a point and laugh at Danny Pratt, Dick?
You know, it would be a very appropriate thing to do because when I first joined this whole debunker scene, it was when Steam Skeptic and Daniel Pratt were having their DMCA fight.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was classic.
And I did a couple of songs.
I remember that.
I did a couple of songs on the Canadian Thomas channel about it. And that's how I started becoming somebody who was actively a member of the community. And then through that influence, I did the World Model Feud channel and then, you know, the Shills and whatnot. So it ties in 100% because that's exactly where it starts, right?
Then sharpen up your tongue because our producer, Robert Leger, has Danny Pratt on standby just for you.
Can I just quickly say
tear this motherfucker down. Let's rip him brick by brick and show him that he's a waste of human flesh and a goddamn absolute suck of the oxygen we all need to breathe. So fuck you, Daniel Pratt.
Yeah. What you got, Monkey, before we start?
You fucking smashed it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, now I remember. Okay, yeah.
I remember.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Well, hold on, everybody. What do you got, Chuck?
I was just going to say, I remember seeing Canadian Thomas's name before I met Dick and I knew who he was. First time I see your name was when you wrote Bob the Science Guy's theme tune.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I was happy with that.
That was the first time I ever see you.
I got together with the Creaky Blinder at the same time, and we took the theme song to the Pinky Blinders. Is that what they're called?
Pinky Blinders, yeah.
Yeah, the Nick Cage and the Bad Seed song, and we rewrote it and did the lyrics and stuff together, and it came out really good too. That was a really fun little time in the beginning of my. Fuck it, I'll put shit on YouTube too.
Yeah,
you know,
fair play, man, and fucking aren't we all glad?
Fucking right, by the way.
Thanks,
man. You came over and found me and pointed me out to Team Skeptic or something, I think.
Yeah. When I first, I think it was the same with Radical. When I first found you guys at very little subs, it was right around the same time of that fight. And I was looking for dudes who were like, you know, the kind of guys who would step up.
Just looking for dudes.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
I saw you told me about a Craigslist ad.
Looking for dudes.
Yeah, looking for dudes, and he found a fucking monkey and a beaver.
Dear Craigslist. Yeah, it's true. Actually, he did go look. He found big tooth.
Dick is coming out of the closet.
Oh, and Ryder's had to call me out too.
First time I ever saw a Radical video was I thought I was clicking on a Sir Sick thumbnail.
Do you know what? I come across Radical months before I heard of Sir Sick.
You're actually right. Me too. I was a sub of Radical in his double digits, and I remember I said, hey, you know, when I brought you over to Team Skeptics.
I had been watching Sir Sick all summer before I ever met Radical.
Yeah,
It's interesting, and I'd been watching Simon Dan and Sir Sick, and it never showed me Team Skeptic ever. And like, I never got to see any of those people until you came and told me about Team Skeptic, and I'm like, who's Skeptic? And like, I didn't even know who Fight the Flat Earth was at that point because I saw the Dan, because I was doing a Dan Pratt video. That's how we all met. And I was like, and I was like, what happened is I had a fucking flat earther in my house in November, and I'd already been watching this shit for a half year, and I was like, holy fuck, they are everywhere. I said, that is it. This disease has to be struck down.
Fucking oath, man. Do you know, I found Fight the Flat when he only had about 60-something subs. But my first ever video I ever see just popped up one day was Simon Dan.
I think a lot of
Simon Dan and Sir Sick was mine. Sorry, Gate what?
So I think a lot of started with Simon Dan.
Yeah. Well, a lot of us were encouraged by one or the other, a few different people, right? I mean, obviously, there's a few people that started earlier and they got a bit ahead and everything. You know, the conspiracy cats and the Simon Dans and Sir Six and Team Skeptic even a bit. But then there's a whole bunch of us that just suddenly were like, all right, that's it. Like, I don't know. I'd had another channel for a long time that I'm not going to reference because it's Doc City. But beyond that, yeah, it didn't do anything. But then I did this and all of a sudden it took right off, and I was like, well, fuck it, here we go.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man. It's fucking awesome.
Glad you did, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm having fun.
Amy, do we have anything going on in the chat we need to know about before we start doing our favorite dance, the Pratt Stomp?
No, nothing so far. I haven't seen anything.
All right.
Well, hold on, right quick. Just make sure to keep Factard in check because he still believes that Canadian bacon is real fucking bacon. So
I disagree with Factard anyways. Factard, you're wrong. That's called ham. It's bullshit. They're trying to convince you. It's because we got lots of pigs around here in Manitoba. They want you to eat more of it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's not fucking bacon, though.
You just heard that from an RCMP dressed beaver. For God's sake, listen up. What the hell is it gonna take?
I don't think Christ Pincher will agree with Factard either. I'm not in the comment section right now watching Factard yell at me, but I don't think Christ Pincher's on your side either, Factard. I want my bacon to be sizzling and like curl up into the. You know what bacon is.
Yep.
Hey Dick, is it because I was flat mic popping? I subbed him to you, didn't I?
Yeah. He's a cool cat. That's fine. Right on. Oh, and if anybody notices during the stream while we're still fucking around, if that Bandsaw Bandit shows up, you know, we could always give him a link too because he's a fun cat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Bandsaw is awesome.
Yeah.
He was one of the first flirts on my channel.
Yeah, I like that cat. You know, he's good.
I'm having a mental. Oh, Bob Ross. I was about to say, who's the fucking painting guy with an afro? I'm having a mental block, but it's Bob Ross, right?
Yes.
I'm working on a thumbnail right now. That's fine. I'm making the thumbnail for my debate tomorrow, so we'll see if it comes out funny.
Yeah.
Well,
cool. Before we lose complete
gotta have a little
control.
fun.
Before we lose complete control of the stream, Robert, do we have Danny Pratt when his fucking rant queued up?
We do.
Here we go. Let's play that music.
If anybody wants in, yell pause.
Yep.
Morning, folks. Coming to you from the land of the lost, forever lost in space. Fucking lost in space and never coming back. That's what this world is. So I just got done watching James Corbett, the one he put out this morning about the censorship.
Yep, buzz.
I didn't hear a single word he said, guys. What the fuck?
Okay, hold on.
He's so low.
Everybody on the panel in the back chat was talking to the point where we didn't hear Daniel Pratt. But let's cover a couple of Daniel Pratt facts right off the bat. Number one.
Stay talking, but we were all just yelling profanities because we found out we weren't actually live.
yeah, exactly, right. Like it was a breakout of absolute childishness. And I applaud you all for it. It was really good. I really appreciate the effort. But
well, it's a fucking party, man.
Right, number one, he is the sorriest ass sack of shit you have ever seen present a video on YouTube. Look at that face. He looks like he hasn't slept in 7 days because every time he goes to bed, his wife beats the shit out of him for being a loser, useless drunk who talks shit on the internet to only the dumbest of the dumb who will listen. His existence must be horrific, and yet he battles through to continue on. And I almost feel like we should give him credit, but at the same time, all I want to do is put my foot so far up his ass that it shows through his mouth, and you could see the tread of the shoe I am wearing. That
was fucking awesome! Everybody,
I'm convinced that Dick has gills to breathe through because he did that whole thing apparently without taking a breath. That is amazing.
I tell you what,
there ain't no fucking water heater, and he's not wearing that hideous fucking Snuggie.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll give him that. Okay, so 1,000 points off just because he is Daniel Pratt, but we'll give him 5 points on because it's not like you can literally smell that hoodie. He has worn it so many times. It is revolting.
Dick, sorry. Cruising with Jay has arrived as well into the chat.
Cruising.
Let's get him the link. Yeah. We have to do that.
I actually found a guy that's clearly, not literally, but clearly renting the other half of Daniel Pratt's garage because every fucking video is from the same angle with the toolbox behind him and his boat parked back there. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's the other side of Daniel Pratt's. I thought of doing like an episode where they're both talking.
Yes.
And I like create like a partition in the middle or somehow with the room extended. So it's like you can see the water heater on the side of the room and like try to make it a whole room.
Oh my God, we have this has to be done. Beaver, you must drop all else and make that video happen.
Yeah, I've been trying to make lots of videos happen, but yes, things are going to happen.
Real quick,
I love it. That's amazing. Logical.
Cruising, say hi.
I'm here, man. Can you guys hear me okay?
Oh, Jay.
How's it all going?
Cruising with Jay! Whoa! The most mobile motherfucker you've ever seen with a slow motion camera. Take down a flurf without even trying. And wow, when they be bitching, he's not crying. It's Cruising with Jay.
How y'all doing today?
Yeah,
good, man.
Most of us are getting a little lit. But,
what do you think of that?
Oh, we got locked on each other there. Who was that?
I just said most of us are getting a little lit at the moment, but that's okay. We're kind of off the clock, so.
Yeah, right on. I'm still kind of on the clock. Switching over to my next account here in a little bit. I just figured I wanted to jump in and say hello and wish Dick a happy birthday, man.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. That's right on. You know, I know you're really busy and there's a lot going on in life, so I really appreciate the effort. That's very cool, man.
It's not a problem, man. It was a busy as hell day today. I think I covered 160 miles today. It was a pretty good day.
Wow, cool. Right on. And you know, in our private life through our text messages, there's been some really good things, man. I'm really happy to see, you know, that was great stuff. Excellent.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's fun.
Fucking right. I've done a couple of my own where everything was, you know, jotted down. The I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, and everything. And it's a really, really happy day, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Today's definitely a good day.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry, Logical. I didn't mean to step on your
You're fine, man.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
You're fine. This is your birthday party. Everything's fine, right?
Yeah, but somehow I'm not in control on my channel. I still have to get used to that. So go ahead.
Yeah, well, you know, get over it. Amy, how's the chat going? Amy?
Good, actually. Yeah, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
I've got a comment from Mama, and it's really funny.
Go ahead.
Because she's talking about Pratt.
Well, share it with the rest of the group.
Yeah, we missed the middle part of that, Amy. You cut out for a couple seconds. Try again.
Oh, sorry. She was talking to you, Dick, about Daniel Pratt about his breath. She goes, "You smell his breath through the fucking screen." Oh my god.
Oh god, that's a freaking truth. Jesus.
Yeah, I've done an animation a couple of times on World Model Feud where I superimpose Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars over Daniel Pratt, and with the hoodie and all, it's a direct match. It really is. You know, somebody saw Pratt as a baby in a little onesie and went, "Wow, that is the most evil little absolute fucking empty-headed fuck I have ever seen." And when I get older and I have control of a movie studio, I am gonna make that absolute shit for brain fuck the villain of something, because he deserves to be picked on forever in the history of the world and be remembered as an absolute little slime ball amoeba on the fucking soul of humanity's shoe.
I need an opinion answered from you guys. Okay, so Hip Hop Hippie, his image, I guess, is just like that black and white picture. You guys have seen that? I mean, you might know Dead Kennedy.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm making the thumbnail now. Do you guys think it'd be funny as I do if if Deadpool a la Bob Ross was painting that by numbers? Would that be funny for you?
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Because that's what I was thinking of doing, because I found the 1080p image of Bob Ross. I was looking for Bob Ross images, and I found the Deadpool Bob Ross, and I was like, I was going to make myself the Bob Ross, but now I'm realizing that this picture is perfectly laid out to have me on the blank on the left, and the painting is perfectly placed on the right on the easel, and with Deadpool as Bob Ross in the middle, so I could put the verses over Deadpool and have him painting fucking by numbers Buddy's image on the easel.
Hold up.
Funny.
Hold up. Moment of silence for Bob Ross.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That fucking little bush.
Special bush.
Okay,
that goddamn Bush's fault. I swear to God, the bush came for him. Did you see the Family Guy one where he paints the little bush? He's like, "That's my bush. You tell anybody about that bush,
and I will cut you. I will come to your house and I will cut you."
Yeah, he gets all angry about fucking. Nobody fucking touches this bush.
Let's get back to watching Pratt meltdown, and when we stop the video again, I want to hear from some more of the more quiet members of this panel. Flatter, Taddy, Amy, Radical.
You cool and quiet.
Let's roll.
Here we go.
Meltdown footage.
I ain't quiet.
Algorithms and things like that, how they're guiding us towards eventually they just want one answer for everything, and they're going to provide it, and you just eat it and carry on. Problem is, folks such as myself, for the last 4 years have been trying to get people to realize this programming has been going on for well over a century, before computers ever even existed.
Pause.
Wonder when he's gonna get a new hot water tank. I'm waiting for the day.
He is the ugliest motherfucker that I've ever had to witness that close in this high a resolution. It is absolutely criminal that I have to listen to this shit. Now, does anybody want to have something to say about him that actually technically matters? Because I'm just going to insult his ass over and over again.
Yeah.
Kennedy?
What was he saying? They've been trying for the last 4 years to wake people up to what's going on and everything. No, they've been failing for 4 years to show us that anything is going on.
Oh, wait till you see what he's actually talking about, though. If you haven't seen this video, it's ridiculous.
No, I haven't seen it at all.
Oh my God,
also,
he hasn't even
Dick
got.
Dawson. Is it just me, or does Pratt seem like the kind of guy who would come up to you at the bus stop and ask to bum a dart?
Yeah.
And then tell you his whole life story.
So, hey, bro, you got to smoke?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's my bag of cigarettes. Go away. I don't want to hear it. You know.
Yeah.
Flatter, what you got, man?
No, I'm just thinking every time I see fucking Pratt, I throw up a little bit in my mouth. So I'm just in the back, dry wrenching for a while.
Oh, God. Keep your toothbrush handy, please.
You're right, mate.
Regical, Amy, anybody? We haven't heard you guys.
Actually, I have a couple comments, if I can, if it's okay.
Yeah, lay it out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kristen's Frost Laser Beam said that his breath smells of coffee, old grease, and cheap beer. And that's it.
I'm not gonna ask how Kristen knows that, but okay. What about you?
You can probably smell more like cheap meth.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Ryder or Radical for a little bit. What do you guys got to say?
About Pratt? Not much.
Okay.
I want to know
Someone
why
did ask.
I'm just. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, man.
No.
I was just wanted to know why in the hell Danny Prattney always likes to sound like he always sounds like he's trashed, like he's drunk or something like that. And then, man, he's got some friggin' anger issues he needs to work on. Okay, gets pissed easy.
I just can't get
Some
over
of the
his
shit he says, I hope he's fucking drunk the whole time.
He has so many long-winded pauses. Like he stares in the camera and he's like, "I'm trying to think of something," or maybe he's shit his pants. I don't know.
He's reading a sign up behind the camera that says, "Remember, breathe in, breathe out."
Maybe he's waiting for those pregnant pauses to give birth to another flurf. I don't know.
He's just the most boring bastard out there, by the way. I tell you, you listen to him and your brain just turns to absolute mush. But all the piss he's spouting and the fucking pauses he's taking and the monotone fucking droning on and fuck off, man. I'm telling you, the guy's a fucking bell end and a half.
But Taddy,
I have to watch his videos on 2-speed. That's a trick I do for boring ass flirts.
Well,
Sorry, I dropped out there.
My cave pet sure enjoy him. You know, Gracie says he's a little tough to chew, but he tastes like chicken. You know.
So I can roast them on my campfire.
Hey, there you go.
Or
If I can ask a question, I think Pratt got a community strike not too long ago, and I noticed he got really, really different after that. Stopped swearing as much, and his eyes, they look like defeat, basically.
Well, he's now a legitimate businessman, eh?
He actually got a strike?
He now sells candles.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did that video, didn't he, saying he was never coming back, and then uploaded one the very next day, fucking laughing, going, yeah.
Yep, and he got demonetized.
How many videos per day does he upload?
Just depends.
When he's on a rant, when he's on a rant, he'll do 4 or 5, 6 of them a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also is the kind of the funny thing, because we have a production value of 2 per week. And he has
Pretty
like
much.
5 per day, so you know we improve their videos. That's what I always say.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen it many times. You know, when you have to boost their audio and level it out so that it can be heard properly. When
I spend the entire time fixing their audio. It's terrifying.
It makes me sick. We're totally, man.
People have no idea how much time we spend leveling these douchebags' audio. It's like half the video is making the video, and the other half of it is grabbing every single audio track they have and re-leveling it.
God.
Do you know what?
They are not loud.
Straight up and down.
And you have to make slices. It'll be fine. All of a sudden he talks 3 times louder. You have to slice it. You have to like take that one part, turn it. It might even be 5 words that he just shouts at you for some fucking reason, and you like turn it down for those 5 words and then slice the damn audio again. It's like, oh my god, I had depending on who you're doing and how bad it is, it can be a lot of work leveling the audio. Some people are better than others.
Who you're doing and how bad it is.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But do you know the way the way that we make our videos is for entertainment, which demonstrates that they're just entertainment for us at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Yeah.
You know,
And they don't even realize it. That's the funny bit.
Well, somebody on Reddit just posted to my thing. They said, you know, this isn't going to prove anything to them, blah, blah, blah. I said, you realize my channel's under entertainment. I said, if you want to come laugh at somebody being stupid, come on, check it out. You might find it funny, or you might not.
Mine's comedy.
Brainy, I upvoted. I have a Reddit account with 3 karma. I don't know what that means.
I have 900 and something or whatever because I posted this really epic Eve online
show off.
Well, the movie Gravity had just came out, and it was early in the game Eve, and I didn't know that I was early in my. You used to use a lot more parts, but I also didn't realize that if you know, because space, right? You're learning physics. That obviously, if I blew off all of my spare parts in orbit, they all fucking stay in orbit. So eventually, I had it set so like the game could keep like 3,000 objects in orbit, and then one day I finally turned on. I had a really long, epic playthrough, like game I'd had for months, and finally one day I'm like, I turned on like the thing so you can see all of the junk in orbit, and I was like, holy shit. And the movie Gravity had just come out, so I took a screenshot of it and put it on the Eve the KSP part of Reddit, and it exploded. I got a bunch of upvotes, so you get all this wicked karma, I guess, whatever the fuck it means.
Well,
I don't know
guys, I need to cut in here real quick. Dick Kennedy has something that he needs to respond to from the chat.
Yeah, Forever Learning said that Tricky Dicky sounds better than Biggest Dickus. In what world? Absolutely not. Biggest Dickus is way better.
Biggest Dickus is the best.
That's all I had.
There's no comparison.
Yeah, I can't believe that actually came up. That is shocking.
That's what she said.
To the bishop.
I don't know, guys. I'm more of a fan of Humongous.
Long Rod Von Hugendong.
Humongous what?
Long Rod Von Hugendong.
Man, that guy was like, "What the fuck are you doing, woman?" She was so angry.
What? Humongous what?
A humongous
If anybody hasn't
Dawson.
seen that video, like, has everybody in this group seen that video?
Yes, humongous.
Good.
That's so funny.
That's triggered with him. Something bad.
I'm going to send Dick a bunch of little blue pills for his birthday.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to send him a bunch of flowers.
So you might have to start worrying about that now. Anyway, before we're here till midnight trying to laugh at Danny Pratt, let's see some more of his stupid.
Yeah, man. I ain't seen any yet.
The algorithms of your brainwashing were ever electronic, and they were simply the manifestation of the ideas of the fallen Nephilim put into the heads of the lost. This is where the idea of computers ever came.
Heard that.
He looks evil, man.
Why the fuck
He looks
does it look
high.
like he stole
Yeah, he
something
does look
from
high. He
Mike
looks like he's
Bay
fucking
Transformers movie.
like on fucking speed or something, or some fucking legal high or something godly. Yo,
Monk, I'm not somebody who's into like working out or whatnot, but my God, all I want to do is step up and kick him in the fucking head.
Make him shit teeth. Why not, right?
I thought for a second there Dick was going to say that he wanted to work out and really get looking good for somebody like Danny Pratt. I didn't know where you were going. He's like, I've never really wanted to be a guy to work out, but that Dan, Danny.
And what is
You
this
gotta be
bit?
careful though if you kick him.
Do you think he lets his wife suck on his rotten teeth? Sorry, I didn't
Gross, bro.
Rage, what were you saying, buddy? Sorry.
Hey, Dick, hold up. If you kick him, he will float off into space because he doesn't believe in gravity. So do it.
Oh yeah,
Nobody
right,
would
because,
mind.
like,
So when
do
they
you
lay in
know
bed,
their
he
point-
probably says, "Suck on this tooth."
due to the buoyancy argument, right? If I was to let go of my beer right now, wouldn't it go up?
Yeah. They don't understand buoyancy at all.
And if the wind blew and there was a low pressure area, wouldn't it go right?
Yeah, but you can hover in a helicopter and then, you know, this is the logic we're working with, right?
Oh, it's amazing. I love this stuff. Like, when you actually pay attention and don't just laugh, but when you actually pay attention to one of their videos and really think about it, the atrocities that they are committing on the human race's collective intelligence are absolutely astronomical.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I actually watched an entire thing where they talked to us. It's on YouTube. I'd have to find it again, but they talked to an actual psychologist, and he said that you'd think that this crazy on the internet isn't a big deal because, oh, whatever, they're stupid, they're being stupid, that's fine. But they said there's actually strong evidence to show that basically that once people have been exposed to conspiracy theories or these kinds of ideas, that they are actually far more likely to pick them up and run with them. They said that, and it was like, and I can't remember the details, but there was even some other studies he referenced where it showed that humans are, like, what was it? If you hear it on the street, even if it's a guy standing on a street and you hear it, but then later you hear it again somewhere else, it like reinforces it to you, like, oh, this is something that like other people believe. And so humans are fairly swayable to you know, like pull people down the rabbit hole. And what he went on to say is that once you're down the hole, well, yes, they are, but he said the problem is that once these people go down the hole, he said it's extremely hard to pull them back out of it again.
Doesn't Dick go down random holes all the time?
Yeah.
Looks like that's the goal, right?
This fucking Danny Pratt, you know the vacuum chamber, the famous one, the BBC one. He said he done a video that basically said because there's no atmosphere, he calculated how far the Earth would have rotated under those objects as they fell because there was no atmosphere to take them along, like a helicopter.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Hey guys, it looks like Amy Hogan's got a couple things from the chat here.
Perfect.
Amy?
Yep, sorry, I'm running two things at once here.
It's all right.
Thank you. I had a comment from the Snark. It's sort of like row your boat. It's row bottom. Science is your tool. But if your name is Daniel Pratt, you're a bloody fool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Oh, that's funny. All right, right on.
Yeah, I gotta jump out here. Just gotta get back to work. So I figured, once again, man, happy birthday. The rest of y'all have a good rest of your night. Hopefully you're still running when I get back to my house around 9 o'clock tonight.
So don't know, Jay, but hey, have a good night, and we'll see you when we see you, man.
Yeah, hopefully we are, man. Take care, Jay.
Right.
Buddy.
Hey,
Cheers.
Bye,
Jay.
I did get some slow motion video of hail fall today, so that's going to be something I'm going to pop up tonight.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. Awesome.
That'll be up around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock my time, mountain time.
So we're going to have a birthday with a dick, and then we're going to watch some falling balls of ice.
Balls.
Yeah.
Slow-mo.
That's good. Right on.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, Kevin.
Have fun, you guys. Okay, I'll catch up with you later.
ETC coming in.
Take care, Crash. Right on, man.
I've actually got to say the same thing. I've got to head out and take care of a few things. I had intended to be more well prepared for the stream, and I wasn't, and I'm sorry for that. But again, I want to wish Dick Dawson a happy birthday, and I want to tell Brainy Beaver I'm up by 9.
Yeah, I know. Where's my thing? Yeah, my mic's on. Okay, good. Yeah, I know, but you were growing faster than me, so you're probably outrunning me right now. That's fine. I'm going to try to release more.
Do we need to get some blue pills for the beaver so it grows faster?
Possibly.
Don't get me wrong.
He couldn't find his thing here a moment ago.
I tried to pay, and not because of this. I actually did it before you started that thing, by the way, and I was like, well, maybe this will be fun, because I had actually paid for that $50 to Google to have that ad I made played, but I don't know what the holdup is. It's still under review. It's always Orphan Red's tits.
Yeah.
It's always the tits.
Nice.
Hey guys, I was also alerted that in the conspiracy's in the house, and he only has a few moments before he's got to leave. So ETC, you're on.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Yo.
Man, I was like literally being able to make it when they decided we had to work tonight.
Is it me or is he roboting out?
I could be roboting.
Around the world, around the world. Sorry.
Do we still have you there, Jay?
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
We heard that.
Hey.
Got that?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. So, yeah, like I said,
nah.
Like this.
Yeah, crap.
No.
Yeah. Cool. Catching up, man.
Yeah, it sounded foreign language.
Leaving. I've got to get up at 5:45, so I'm gonna probably stick around till about 1:15, and then I've got to go.
Right. Okay.
And I should have gone to bed ages ago, man. But it's your birthday.
Oh, thanks, Monk. Right on, man.
No sleep to bedtime, monkey. No sleep to bedtime.
Fucking oath, man.
Sleep when you're dead. Fuck, never
Sleep
mind.
when you're dead,
Just
indeed.
done 2 12-hour days in a row as well. Insane.
We lost ETC. It looks like he was having some signal problems where he's at. Sorry about that, ETC. We appreciate you stopping by, man. We love you.
Totally, right on.
Only cool people with good internet connections allowed.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go.
I take back everything mean I said.
Anyway, like I said, I was like an hour away. Come in and give Dick a big old
Yeah, he's speaking Dwarvish.
Yeah, man, that's absolute fucking toilet. I don't understand a fucking word of it. Get your fucking life out.
I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. As soon as he talks, it goes all rubbish.
Yeah,
but if he says
man.
words, it's fine, right?
Yeah, he's on cell tower, I think.
Yeah, his internet's dropping while he talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Man, I wanted him on. You have to
Is that
try.
any better?
So far.
Cool. I had to go outside. So, anyways, I just wanted to give Dick a happy birthday. Sorry I couldn't be there, man.
Well, you're here now. We appreciate it.
So, and there's not enough Dick jokes.
Not enough dead goats. Why are we killing goats?
I think he said
Is that
dick
some kind of
jokes.
sacrificial
Hashtag
thing
more
you've got
dead
going on
goats.
over there?
Hashtag more dead goats. We're starting it tonight.
He said dick jokes, I think, guys.
Oh, dick joke.
Well, you know, at 50 years old, a dick joke can be a dead goat. I don't know. Let's break out the blue pills.
That was awesome.
Not the red pills.
Oh, good.
So, anyways, happy birthday, Dick. I thought the red pills were to take care of what happens if the blue pills work too good.
The red pills make you grow weird mustaches and open multiple tabs in Google Chrome. You know, they have odd and unusual side effects.
Yeah, those red ones, man, they're fucked.
I'm so glad when I did the mustache challenge, my subs didn't donate enough money for me to shave myself like Red Pill.
Oh my god.
Oh no shit, right? Oh my god.
I
Can you imagine?
I think there ought to be an orphan red pill.
Oh, that's just awful. Oh my
Well, I
god.
can tell you right now, that's one pill I won't be taking. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait a minute. It's the orphan blue pill, right?
Yeah, we'll just slide it. We'll just drop it in. We'll just slide it in your drink when we all get together next year.
I'm having Lost in Space flashbacks. The pain, the pain.
The orphan blue pill. You wake up in the morning with a jiggly set of tits and an absolute rubbish idea on society with a bad mustache to boot. That would be the worst morning of my life.
So that's what we're doing to the first person that passes out when we all get together next year, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get the makeup out.
Don't forget the wine glass.
We put a dog collar, bark collar. No, not the bark one. We put the remote control collar on my buddy's ankle while he was sleeping one time, and then we shocked him in the middle of his sleep. He seized right after. We just put it on like level 10 and nailed him while he was sleeping.
Fuck.
And then the whole rest of the night he slept like a buddy there, my friend who was kind of the ringleader of that. He slept with the fucking remote in his hand all night long because I couldn't, because he was afraid of waking up with it on his ankle.
Oh, I got lit up by a taser with a heart monitor on. That was fun.
Ooh, fuck that, man.
Yeah.
By the way, a dog shock at level 10 will pretty much is like a taser almost. It was like I've never seen somebody seize like that.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Did we get enough Danny Pratt, or are we still in the mood to laugh at the idiot?
Bring him on.
I'd like to see more. He didn't say anything of substance yet.
He never does.
But he hasn't really completely.
Hey, don't spoil the ending.
He hasn't completely melted down into a frothing mad dog look yet. That's always my favorite part.
He hasn't panted. He hasn't done the big long sigh yet and stared longingly at us.
Wow, let's get back to him then.
It's Alt.
Here we go.
Whoever came up with the brilliant idea of a computer, the idea was put there. That alchemy, by the Nephilim, by the spirits,
pause,
principalities.
No shit, right?
Did he just say the computer? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he just say come up with a computer and it was alchemy?
Yes.
Oh my word!
Let's critically examine this statement now. If you believe in the Nephilim, then you're also a Bible literalist. Okay, so the Earth is, as a Bible literalist will say it, is 6,000 years old. The Nephilim were somewhere between 5,000 and 5,500 years ago. So that had to percolate through the brain for over 5,000 years before it came into our consciousness. No, I can't buy this crap, and it's not alchemy. It's freaking science. It's circuits. It's electricity. It's transistors and resistors. What the frick is he talking
think
about?
A radio, a fucking basic wireless radio, or a fucking calculator. It's a really basic fucking level of the same shit.
They deny even more basic technology than that, bro. They deny shit that's been around for, let's see, almost 100 years now.
Yeah.
Well, I
don't
fucking
say... deny them fucking P900s, P1000s. So if I see a fucking ranty on a hill with a P1000, I'd shove it up his fucking ass.
Oh, yeah. On the tip of my foot, no less. Absolutely. And I'd stuff it in slow so I can enjoy every minute of his whining and bitching as I did it.
Yeah, but you could let Radical come in with his club and just finish him off.
I just fire a face punch at him, eh?
Right? No, they want to fucking
you got a sword, Radical.
CGI, but they use a fucking camera that has massive amounts of digital zoom and a shitty sensor.
And a soft lens. A very soft lens.
Yeah.
That is it because I is flat. He was showing me the stars. When they got the P900 stars and it's all out of focus and just fucked.
The water stars.
And I'm going, mate. He's going, look, see there it is. And I'm going, have you ever looked through a telescope and just fucking focused in? It looks fucking insane. They're that far away, you dick.
What's the problem with flat earthers and other conspirators and their absolute denial of exposure and cameras and how it works? What's the problem with that? Oh, we didn't see the stars. Well, if you did, everything else would be pure white.
The biggest offender on that part, the biggest offender on that one is Danny Daytona, I think he was.
Yeah, that's the name.
Did an entire video on him, and he basically was angry that people from Logic's channel came over to his channel to tell him he doesn't understand how cameras work. He basically thought, they're attacking me. No, they're just trying to educate you.
Yes, but the thing is as well, notice how they use cameras to make these observations. None of them fucking use a telescope, which is how you make observation.
P1000.
You don't make an observation for a fucking P1000.
Well, you haven't seen the one where they take a fucking P1000 picture of the star and they go, look, it's clearly made of some sort of gas because look how it wobbles and it's all shining different colors.
I know.
Yeah, I had one guy actually said because I can't focus on the moon isn't real. So basically his P900 in this case is a reality detector.
So wait. So if your eyes go bad, your reality stops becoming real. It's like, sorry, I can't answer your questions. I can't see you, so you're fucking not there.
Yeah, you don't exist.
Fucked in the head.
They're all tripping out their boys, man. It's as simple as that. They're all just tripping out their boys.
Well, look at Danny Pratt in this video. He looks fucked out of his face.
He's absolutely fucking mongled now, man.
Almost sweating like a fucking pig.
Because his water cooler doesn't work.
Yeah, he's literally doing the poster child for crystal methamphetamine addiction right there. Like, that is it.
Steaming Cup, I haven't heard you put your 2 cents worth in. Jump in here, man.
Oh, sorry, I just had to step away for a bit and had a terrible headache.
Right.
I think I might have missed what's been going on the past couple of minutes.
It's just Danny Pratt.
Just all kinds of Pratt tales.
Oh, Pratt, he's a fucking boring dick. If it wasn't for fucking balls, he wouldn't have brains at all.
But his balls are flat, apparently.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He's got like a couple of quarters in that sack banging around as if they're waiting for a parking meter. Fuck me.
I tell you what.
Every time he blows a load, he loses 100 IQ points.
When he walks around, he goes ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink.
He hasn't got balls, right? He hasn't got balls. He just is a fucking ball bag.
Oh, that's too good.
That's true, Jet. You got that right.
You know,
and
he comes on going on about indoctrinated and stuff. I'm sorry, you fucking simpleton, to the point where I'm sure if he has children, and it seems to be that he does, if he had a child that was of like grade 5 in the public school system, that child would be able to come home and go, Dad, you're a fucking idiot, just like the kid did to flat out on the video that Rajical covered. Like, you know, my mom says you're a fucking moron or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene on Flat.
Yeah, he's funny as fuck, isn't he?
I missed Flat Out. He kind of
does that though.
videos,
Sometimes he'll vanish.
Yeah, his last
He'll
video.
come back and he'll just say, "Sorry, I've been gone." And then he'll come out with something like, "But you know, remember when I thought I was pregnant? Well, apparently it was indigestion." And you're like, "What the fuck?"
That last video where he did basically Patricia Steer. Where is she? Well, she's hiding in my cupboard.
Yes. He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, the other night, Rajical, on World Model Feud Live, we covered this chick who does these wild stories. It was just crazy stuff. And people weren't catching on that it was, you know, obviously like, you know, one of those moments, right? So what we did was we showed your video of you doing Flat Out on the TV at the end to, you know, to try to let everybody know that, yeah, that's where we had gone. Right, you know.
Yeah. Hey guys, I know it's your birthday, Dick, but I got to mention this. Our producer just let me know that Writer of Dinosaurs hit 800 subs. What a milestone! Congratulations, Writer.
Nice one,
Ryder. Yeah, I didn't even notice, guys. I was looking at 799, and I thought, okay, that's fine. I'll wait for tomorrow. Maybe I'll get an extra. I was distracted now.
You know, Ryder, let me be the
subscribe
first to say.
Subscribe if you like.
Well, let me be the first to say, Ryder, that you know we know you're shooting for 1,000, and that's your big target. And you didn't get there. You came close, but we're still proud of you, man. It was a good effort. You did well. You know, we're proud of you. 800's a good number. It's okay. Don't feel bad. You know, maybe we should mute him. He could be crying right now. I really don't want to.
You didn't feel bad until you talked it up.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hey, Ryder.
You're right.
Yeah, Ryder, that's really awesome numbers, man. Congratulations. Well done, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Dick.
Thank you.
Dick, have you hit double figures yet?
No, every time I get to 10 subs, a couple of people bow out. They just go, I don't know, maybe it's just the content, but damn it, everything just feels a little bit hard and nasty and a little too firm for my tastes after I watch that show. I don't know, maybe that guy's just a dick.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dick. My computer is showing you have 309 people who love Dick and are subscribed to your channel.
Oh.
No, he's got another Dick Dawson one.
Hey, there you go.
That Dick Dawson
yeah,
one.
look at that. Look at that.
See,
All my sub accounts. So that means I have. Well, that means I have 7 people that actually like my content and 300 sock accounts. So thanks, everybody. That's really nice. That's really good.
Well, never mind. I was gonna make a side joke, but it's like no, like come on, I can't take things that far.
But Dick, I just realised I haven't subbed to your Dick Dawson yet. So you're getting another sub now for your birthday. How's that?
Oh, yay! Right on. Yeah, now we have now we have a little monkey in the Dick Dawson club we can kick around. Isn't that nice?
There he is. 6 subscribers. I'm number 7. Look at that.
Sweet.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Hold on.
I tickled his bell, Radical.
Forever Learning must have misunderstood my sarcasm because he Forever Learning put flat out is not a flurf but one of our heroes. He purposely ridicules flurfer tactics. So
how dare they doubt? No, that's not true. He is the true flat earther.
Yeah, he's the only one that's doing the actual research in the shed.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not paying attention, Radical, come on, back me up here. He
is the one and true hero of the flat earth. He is the only one. He's a special little man.
Oh man. Experimentalizations had never got to the level they had until flat out hit the scene.
I mean, he came up with the terms dropity and density, and he is a professional, and it shows
he's
in the
running
videos.
down the street on a couple of planks with something tied to his nipples.
Have you ever seen Dell do that, for instance?
No, absolutely not.
No.
I'll tell you what, he almost floated off there, didn't he?
Anytime somebody mentions Dell on World Model Feud, we always break out into Dell Cow, and everybody has to do it. No. Yeah.
I'll just get my what's it called? My soundboard back online. I think it works again. Let me see.
Yeah, there we go.
Should we crack on with this video?
Yeah, definitely.
What video? We're watching a video?
I almost forgot to be honest. Well, actually, I did, but I've had 9 beers now, so I have an excuse. What's yours? Yeah.
So. Herein lies the problem.
People are fucking
I don't hold people like this personally responsible, but the people that are very intelligent people that should be able to take the easily proven facts that we have delivered regarding the shape of the Earth, what this Earth really is, or what it isn't, more importantly.
That would be us. We are the intelligent people who have looked at the facts, determined that it's a freaking globe, you moron.
Yes. It's horrible. When I see that bugged out eyes and his mouth slightly open, is it just me, or does everybody want to shove the same big fat dildo in his mouth that I want to? Because
easy, Dick.
All right,
easy, Dick.
That would be a waste.
Easy, Dick.
Well, do you know what, right? It fucking shows in people talking about video. we were talking about like video making and like how we make videos for entertainment. We put an effort in, and they're so fucking dumb. They just sit there and just record utter shit. They just turn the fucking camera on and babble absolute fucking toilet into the camera and go, yeah, that's good enough. And some of it's vile, some of it's fucking stupid. It's all bollocks.
It's fucking verbal diarrhea at its best, man. Absolute verbal diarrhea.
Everything that's come out of this fucking idiot's mouth that he fucking decides to upload onto the internet is utter fucking bullshit. Bollocks, wank spanner, tosspot, toilet.
So how does somebody take it to the level where we can actually get something done to make Pratt listen to a response video? What do you have to do to get him, to listen? What do you do?
I mean, come on. I named my video Daniel Pratt Shit for Brains, and he still didn't get a response.
I don't think it's going to happen because kidnapping and hog tying is actually illegal.
Oh, okay. No, I think he only responds to Team Skeptic because I think he's got a thing for him.
Oh, I got a comment by him. Just one
did
comment. You? Yeah, it was just a link to a stupid video, but still, I got a comment.
I've had one comment.
Wow. He's blocked me on his channel since I've had like 20 subs or less. I have made 3 or 4 Pratt videos now. I cannot get him to say my name. I feel left out. He won't yell at me.
Into his chat. You gotta go into his chat with a sock account and just, what do you think of Logical Troglodyte? And then he probably says the name maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he reads his chat. I don't know if he reads.
I don't think he can.
I think
also,
a better
I do
way
not
to
have a
get
sock account.
Well, I think you're gonna have to change your name a bit to like Logical Chocolatedite or something, so that he'll actually pay better attention. Because I do believe that you're just too confusing in name alone for him to even respond to.
It could be, but shit. I want to take a road trip and grab him and bend him over and slap him really hard upside the back. Say my name. Say it. Say my name.
Hey, we don't kink shame here. We don't kink shame here, but still, calm down.
Yeah, I'm gonna Neanderthal fuck you with knowledge. Holy shit, man.
Sorry, guys, I had a phone call, so I missed the last couple minutes.
So basically, Daniel,
I tell you what.
There's a comment. Mama Murder 73 said, "Did you see him calling me Pookie?" So, no.
No.
Oh, throw a link of that in the chat there, Glober Mom, and I will check that out after this stream. I have got to see that.
Yeah.
Hey, Pookie.
What is his name?
He left a comment on my channel.
Oh, awesome.
He left a comment on my channel.
Yeah, read it out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Read the comment.
Yeah, he left a comment saying, if gravity was real and all, you wouldn't be hanging on to my ball sack. So I replied with something like, as much as you might like a dandy-looking fella like me on your ball sack, sorry, I don't go that way.
Did anybody else know he talked an awful lot about twinks and shit?
Huh?
Danny talks a lot about twinks in all of his other videos.
I don't really watch hardly any of his videos. I just occasionally one will pop up and I'll happen to watch it, and then I'll end up just doing something with it. That's how I work.
Is this some sort of?
I actually released 2 in the last hour.
Really? I've seen that.
That would be the description of Daniel Pratt's wife's existence. Oh, every now and then something pops up and I'll do something with it.
Oh god, well, lull the conversation, so we may as well listen to more Pratt rant.
Yay! Pratt rant, the best
should be easy for these people to see, but either they can't or they see it and refuse to talk about it because they self-censor because they don't want to be seen as kooky or crazy nutter, flat earther, or whatever.
His eyes are insane, bro.
So strong, they can see and point out the lies of the politics and everything that runs this world daily.
Please let me do it.
But then you say, hey, here's a crazy idea. They lied to you about where you live. You're not whirling and twirling at thousands of miles an hour through space. And they will literally look at you like you're fucking crazy.
For fuck's sake.
As they...
Oh, pause that shit.
Continue.
So watch his eyes bug out. I mean, they are literally getting ready to pop out of his skull. And what does the flat earth have to do with politics anyway? What would they have to gain from lying to us about the shape of the earth besides a big fat square root of jack shit?
Well, exactly. I have a theory on this. Pratt's brain is full of air, and the eardrums are the container that makes sure it doesn't get out. And as he elevates, the pressure inside grows. So when he's doing those videos, I really think he's levitating, and as such, that's what's popping his eyes out of his head. Because then we have something that is verifiable and testable, because the level of his rage should be dictated by the bulge in his eyes due to the levitation. Now we have something we can work with, right?
Right. Now, in my job, I didn't have the type of license and degree that would allow me to prescribe medications, but I have enough experience that I can actually say, seek some help, and let's consult with a psychiatrist and see if you might need some. And I think Danny is at that point where he needs to seek some psychiatric help.
I think he doesn't because he's afraid they'll lock him up.
Well, unless he's a real danger to himself or others, that's not going to happen. But, so take the star projects away from him.
If a guy like him, Logical, walked up to the desk and said, look, a few people have said that I should come in and talk to you guys. This is why. And he did a 3-minute talk. They would have him in a Love Me jacket, drugged up in a very well padded room as fast as you could say, holy fuck. See you later, Daniel Pratt.
Yep.
Hey, there's always that.
I'm kind of scared that if I fire another face punch projectile at him, that his eyes pop out of his skull. It's kind of a scary idea. God. I don't want to be held responsible for that.
Yeah, imagine the headlines. Ladies and gentlemen, Rajical the Unhallowed Knight has killed Daniel Pratt with the facepalm cannon. Details coming up after this.
That was fantastic, man.
Would we throw him like a ticker tape parade if that happened? I mean, that would become a war hero, right?
He's already a knight, so he can't become a sir.
Rajical, that was the best thing ever. You timed that perfectly.
Brilliant, man.
Oh. Now, come on. I'm from the Stone Age myself, right? So I have seen people that will hunker down in the corner and gnaw on that bone, but none of them looked as bug-eyed about it as Danny Pratt when he's gnawing on this bone of flat Earth.
Oh, he's a scary guy to stupid. Like, how a lot of us make the joke, oh, that guy's a special kind of stupid and whatever. But Daniel Pratt's getting to the scary part, and he's starting to regress into Bible and biblical defense for his actions, as if he's just defending the good word. And that can only make it worse. We are really in for some seriously deep shit coming up.
Dear God, I mean, see, when you see him with his big bug eyes, is it just me or does anyone else think back to fucking Total Recall?
Oh, yeah.
I think of Lord of the Rings.
Precious.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a golem that is eaten entirely too much during his outcasting.
Schmeego.
Yes. And he's a sneaky little fuck as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I do want to suggest we send them off to Mars and test this total recall theory.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens.
Hey, you know what? You know what? This is such a good idea that we all have to talk to Feck you about this, because wouldn't that just be amazing, right?
Well, he's had blurfs in space, so we may as well have blurfs on Mars.
Yeah, we could.
Opening the door.
Yeah,
and then you'd have the flat Marsers.
Yeah, my God, this could be unbelievable.
Mars is flat. No, I didn't see it when we was coming in. It was curved windows.
I can just see. I can just see Mel sitting in his raid shed, but in the background, the Mars landscape, and he's screaming for Mars.
Are we gonna sell raffle tickets to see who gets to push him out the airlock?
Make a fortune, man.
We're going to watch some more video because I want one more clip and then I have to crash, guys.
All
Yeah,
right,
that sounds good.
Let's give Monkey some meat to tear into.
How they're being programmed and brainwashed. But fuck, it couldn't happen to them. So therefore, by them constantly ignoring and not bringing up the very...
Get him, Beaver.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. This big sigh. I just wanted to point it out. There's the sigh. We told you it was coming.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, those stupid people. So sad.
Yeah.
You know, I have all kinds of small, short little clips of these guys, right? For cameos. And this is one of those.
DC does it too.
That drives this world towards the chaos it's in now, thinking they're going to get some sort of order out of it, is asinine.
Oh, they learned a new word.
It really is a world full of evolved monkeys that think they're fucking brilliant.
Pause.
The word. Okay, get him.
Get him, monkey. Get him.
Fucking stupid, paranoid, deluded, fucking seriously confused, gormless fucking bollock bag. Don't you fucking mention monkeys. I'll tell you what, man, this fucking dude has a severe issue with fucking reality. He seriously does. To bring monkeys into it, man, he's going on a fucking wrong one here. He's a damn fucking idiot, man. He's offensive. He's shamefully fucking sneaky fucking snake. Though, do you know what? I don't even want to fucking insult a fucking snake. You know, that is just sorry, snake. No, sorry, snake. He's worse than that. And he should have fucked off when he said he was gonna and never come back. And with that,
as far as monkey rants go, that was actually pretty mild.
Shit just got real.
And with that, I'm gonna fuck off because I need to sleep.
Have a good night, Jet. Glad you made it.
Yeah, man. Dick, man. Love you, man. Love you all.
Good.
Fucking have fun.
Bye.
And I'll
Take
watch
it easy,
you,
John, man.
Good night,
John. A good one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, did I hear Teddy Buggle getting in there?
I'll just send cheerio to Jumpman.
Oh, okay. We got more Pratt, or is that it?
More Pratt coming.
All right.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
And just repeat everything they're told. Whether it be alternative conspiracy theories that someone else has propagated online. Oh, yeah, that's it. We better run with that. While they call the Bible that explains exactly why you're here a fantasy story. Yet they'll run around believing, loving the mockery of when the Nephilim, through Hollywood, their entertainment division, tell you you're lost in space.
So,
Danger,
wait. Hollywood is NASA now?
Apparently.
Okay, because of the film Gravity, right?
And apparently Lost in Space.
Yeah, that too.
Red Dwarf.
Land of the Giants.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Quantum Leap, man. Oh, sweet.
There's a really simple way to sum Daniel Pratt up, right? He is that useless little drip on the side of the vial at the sperm bank of humanity that the nurse has to wipe off the edge and throw away before she puts it in the fridge. He is absolutely useless, and humanity will not miss him.
Oh my God.
You smell something burning?
Oh, fucking hell.
God, that was a perfectly delivered Pratt splat.
I just had to get that in, right? You know.
and ladies and gentlemen of the audience, now you know why I said in that opening video, the man who can stick his opinions in so hard that it'll gag any flurf. You have seen it firsthand in action.
Yeah, what can you do? You know, you got to be yourself in these situations.
I just think Pratt is having nightmares now with that positive energy going his way.
Hey, you know, even in our side of the argument, we want to make sure that people are doing their best. That's all we can do, right? So we send them the best wishes we can.
Well, I do wish the man the best. I hope he wakes up one day and realizes there is the possibility that he could use some help, and I hope he finds it.
Yeah, and if anybody was to go on Twitter and start the hashtag #TestTubeWaste, that would be fine, or #TestTubeWipe, or the smear that was not needed. You know, these things are acceptable. We're not encouraging it, but it should be stated.
Can we still put up a petition that we can abort Pratt? Or is it too late?
No, well, you know what? I think any medical professional would have to seriously look at the fact that abortion could be seriously underrated for an adult specimen such as Pratt. Now, I'm not saying it for the general masses, but in this case, it's something to consider. It really is.
Yeah. Hey, guys, we haven't heard from Amy lately. Amy, what's going on over there? Amy, did she leave?
No, I'm right here. I'm sorry.
Yay, we still have the sheep.
Yay.
Hey, Amy.
Is that water sheep?
Yeah, I'm the little sheep in the corner over there. So,
Amy.
Yes, we were all wondering if Daniel Pratt ever blinks. Because if you notice during that whole video, he doesn't blink.
That's a very good observation, actually. He does not blink. He just... Yeah.
And Zukoth did say happy birthday to you, Dick, and he wanted to say that and to say goodnight. But we were wondering about that, because if he doesn't blink, his eyes are going to turn into prunes.
Well, it's because Danny Pratt's CGI and shit.
Have you guys seen those robots? Maybe he is one. I mean, he has the rubbery face, like the T700, the previous model before Arnold Schwarzenegger, that didn't actually look human.
And it's the only excuse for the shit that comes out of that flap he calls a mouth. Like, holy God, you know, like a really faulty early version of AI.
Right? Yeah. He's a prototype.
Yeah.
A bad one.
He does not blink.
Oh, I love it.
He doesn't blink. He doesn't think. All he does is prat and rattle and rattle.
It makes it more creepy. You know, it makes it really creepy, because when you watch him and he does those long, hard pauses, you know, where he has absolutely nothing to say, you know, and then he looks over at the camera, he's still all bug-eyed out. There's no blink. He really is human. Yeah. I think he is more than enough reason to bring back the witch hunt, and everybody should get their torches out. This has to be stopped. This cannot be a human.
It's alive. Tough room.
That is not blinking. My husband had a saying that he used to tell people that were not very smart. He would tell them to remember to blink, breathe, and squeeze.
Do I want to know what the squeeze was?
Yeah, what are we squeezing?
You probably know.
We have a good one here. We have a good one here from Forever Learning. Daniel Pratt is from an AI branch, Artificial Idiocy.
It's been a good evening, gentlemen. Happy birthday, Dick. I've got to go. I got a customer coming by, so.
Oh, right on, Crash. Take it easy, man. Thanks so much for popping in. That was great. Right on.
You guys have a good evening. Later, Radical. Later, Amy. Later, everybody.
See you soon.
Catch you later, Crash, man.
Yeah.
Yep, we've been on 2 hours. Why don't we finish up this Pratt rant?
Yep.
What do you guys think?
That's probably a good idea. Yep.
I'd love to see the end. I'm really enjoying it.
Why you're lost in space? Stupid. It doesn't fucking exist. But you're there.
You aren't scared, are you?
Woo, whirling through the galaxies. Woo. You're fucking insane.
His lip sync was off.
You're in the land of the lost with dinosaurs.
Look at that. That was scary.
Yes, it's lost.
Don't worry, Choco will help you fight them slee stacks, those lizard people.
Imagine waking up to that, for fuck's sake.
Constant mockery. They love to shove it in your face, you planet of the apes.
Don't pause that shit.
They got a bunch of evolved monkeys.
Is it just me, or did anybody else see that in their minds, that scene in The Shining where Jack Nicholson pokes his head through the door and says,
I was just thinking about it, man.
That was some scary
the only
shit.
one.
That was some scary shit. Now, 1 Minute Debunk has to really plan his stuff and really, really do it in a very doctored up way. So, this is a moment where you don't have to do that. 1 Minute Debunk. Would you like the floor? And what would you like to say about Daniel Pratt?
Well, he's a good example of why planning videos can help, because he's just sort of mumbling at the camera and not really providing anything of substance. I mean, I haven't been saying much because he isn't saying anything.
Did you see his barbecue video with the bendy tube and how he thought that the barbecue could somehow overcome the force of gravity from the earth and become the dominant?
Yeah, this is where he's got this plastic tube with water and he's kind of bending it over a metal thing. Yeah. I mean, take that, Einstein.
Well,
wow, we got physics all wrong.
We hope it was water.
Screwed up science.
We hope it was water. It was red liquid, and after seeing the look on his face, I'm beginning to wonder what was really in that tube.
Do you guys remember what Brainy Beaver did?
Oh, yeah.
In our collaboration with Pratt. Oh my God.
I got you demonetized.
That's the only bloody video that's not monetized. How did you manage that, Beaver?
That's when the AI hated me. I think that Kennedy's putting up with that now. It's his turn.
Yeah, that's because Beaver's got some skills, man.
Oh yeah. He's being picked on hardcore. Dead Kennedy right now too. Oh yeah, it's really going around the room.
I had two videos.
Too bad.
The Whitney, Wisconsin video I did was flagged. And the Daniel Pratt video was flagged.
They just had a release. Creator Academy just put out a video, and they said in the last couple weeks they've actually retrained the AI using the flagging system. They said over the last 3 months. So I'm part of this. They said anybody who's been automatically flagged for the yellow, the yellow one. They said that they've been
limited.
The limited one, which is the common one. They said that and we've asked for a re-review, like a manual re-review. They said they've actually been going in there and actually telling the computer to take into account all of these re-reviews and reassess the videos based on which ones passed a re-review by a human, and try to retrain it based on which ones passed a re-review and which ones didn't. So they said they are trying their best to try to refine it so it's not triggering on the kind of content that we do want, because they said we're trying to suppress, you know, content that we don't want, but we do want, you know, educational channels, you know, and like, you know, channels of, you know, information, and we do want to push the right channels. So they just said this literally the other day. They said they've, you know, so Kennedy might have fallen into the other direction though, where it kind of fucked him a little bit if he suddenly saw a change here. So this is where I told him that tweeting at Team YouTube that there's been a sudden change in his monetization status could, you know, they might go look at his stuff. And that's the thing, like, you know, when they looked at mine, I said to them, one of the things I said is, I said, Jesus Christ, every time I ask you for a review, I pass. You know, I said, this is ridiculous. Like, how come the AI is so upset with me?
Yeah, exactly. Because why doesn't it learn that, okay, 100% of the time I'm winning these things? Doesn't that tell you something?
It's very reactionary.
Take into account the channel, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it puts
exactly.
everybody in pigeonholes, like, you know, and so at some point who knows, you know, you get reported a little bit and then it puts you in a hole, or who knows what happens. It sees something and thinks it's a big old dick or something. I don't know. I know Sir Sick
I'm hoping not for that one. Jesus Christ.
Sick was bitching about one of his video being demonetized, and his wife was like, well, you did put a big penis in a suit in it. He's like, yeah, I guess so.
I had a brainy bee for pissing a bottle, so you know.
Yeah, they didn't like that. Funny. Yeah, they didn't like that one.
Okay, shall we head over and let this fucking moron finish his bullshit?
Yeah, how much of this we got left, Robert?
He won't know.
Yeah, it's probably about 2 minutes left if I had to guess.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Dedicating their lives to earn this paper so that they can go give the paper back to be entertained by their mocking you that you live on some whirling, twirling rock in space, never realizing you're the fucking apes. You're the planet of the apes. You're the apes on the planet.
Oh my God.
You just don't get it. And you fucking love it. Not only are you not insulted, you beg for more. Give us more. Give us a sequel.
Not even an insult.
Give us a trilogy of how we're fucking evolved apes on a planet. And trust us,
let's pause.
We'll love it and beg for more.
Am I the only one that's so creeped out that the bugged out eyes and whatnot that I'm thinking there's a real big bulge in whatever he's sitting on and he is way too interested in it? This is freaking me out.
Well, thanks for that mental scar.
Brain bleach. I need brain bleach.
Oh God, no, man.
Please, someone
This guy
on a tissue.
Yeah, this guy is pleasing himself as he's talking to us. There's the only excuse for those eyes. There's no way.
So what you're basically saying is he's sitting on the toilet and instead of playing Candy Crush, he is doing flirt videos. He's flirting
candy.
Yeah, he left the plunger in the toilet and then sat down. This is not a good look.
I was just getting another movie in my head, the old Twilight Zone movie from the 80s. You want to see something really scary?
Hey, Amy, has there been anything in the chat that we should, I know we're plumbing new depths with the humor here, but
yeah, pun intended.
That's right. Just Mama Murder wanted to wish you a happy birthday. She's heading out for the evening, so.
Oh yeah, I love Mama Murder. That's awesome. Thanks, honey. Right on.
She's awesome.
Yeah, totally. Right on. That's cool. So, shall we, I think by the judgment we heard before, we might have a minute left. So should we unplug the toilet and let it flow for that last minute?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's plunger this and get it down.
Sometimes you just have to step back and watch the train crash.
1 minute is the right length for a video.
How unbreakable of you.
Oh, let's do it.
Good point. 1 minute debunk. Yeah. You can debunk this one, by the way.
Well, if there was
I'd
anybody
need the
that could
pad
ever
by 55 seconds.
Oh, let's let him run. That's awesome.
Give us some CGI about a new planet you found that might be inhabitable. Oh, fuck, we might get there in 20 years. Fucking go evolve monkeys!
Wait.
What? Don't read that Bible.
Did you just change into...
Give her Radical.
To Filthy Frank.
Wait, what?
Oh, I think we missed some. Try do that one again.
Did he just change into Filthy Frank?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
You know.
Oh no! Don't do that. Do you want to be a purpose? A person with a purpose that was created for a purpose? No. We want to be.
What the fuck is he doing?
What the hell?
That was the end of the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait,
For a minute
that's
there, I thought we got shut down.
No.
Yeah, and we are back. Okay.
What?
I was just.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
He was frothing at the mouth. That's always my favorite part. And it's like, I want to tell him, it's like, yes, you are an evolved monkey. Geneticists have proven it. You know.
And I want to announce right here that we at World Model Feud are doing a new set of tests because we think that rabies has now mutated and become flurfies. And we are now doing studies to prove it. And we are confident that in the next 3 to 6 months, we will be able to announce this discovery of a new disease, and we will be working towards a cure. And this is flurfies. Do not, I repeat, do not let yourself get bit.
Protect yourselves. Protect yourselves.
Sounds a lot like herpes, though.
Oh, yeah, but not nearly as fun to catch.
That actually came up with the games I play in my pre-premieres, where I basically play horror games. They should make a horror game with Pratt.
Oh dear God!
Isn't that just a picture of his face on the screen?
There you go.
No,
Do it,
I don't want to touch that.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I'm gonna light all my candles. And then he's gonna pop out and then light candles. And if you have to extinguish, it's actually a good game idea. You have to extinguish the candles, and he wins if he actually manages to get all the candles lit.
That's a good one. I like it.
Then the game world starts smelling of Pratt, and then you die.
Oh,
no! Death would be a kind of this.
No.
That's maybe a horror game that's too horror-y.
You gotta watch out. You'll start a Dell. You'll start a. Somebody, whoever did that, you gotta watch out. You'll start a Dell stampede here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the world model
maybe.
No.
As soon as I heard somebody do that, I went, no.
That harmony was good.
Sorry.
That was a good harmony, guys.
Right on. That was awesome. Okay, let's let the end of Pratt finish, and then we can all, toss in our 2 cents worth, and
that was it,
we've
Dick.
annoyed the public enough.
That was it, Dick.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yes, sir.
That was the end of the video.
Yeah.
Did he call you a dick
what?
or just say dick? That came out
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. Well, no, all jokes are valid. That's totally the idea. But that just goes to show I've had way too much to drink today. Holy fuck.
no such thing.
Yeah, get him, Taddy. Get him, Taddy.
There's no
Absolutely. Oh, hell no, man. Oh, hell no. As long as you get whiskey, you've got enough to drink.
No!
Oh, no.
While we're evolving into complete chaos, I hate to break it to you, but I think our Pratt rant and how creepy he got toward the end has scared off people. We're losing viewers by the droves. We are overtime from what I had promised our producer that we would be doing. So why don't we go around the room, get everybody's final thoughts, and say goodnight. What do y'all think?
Yeah, man.
So somebody start, go around the room.
Okay, I can start. Dick, thank you very much for everything you've done with me recently. Not with me, for me.
You dirty girl, you.
You fixed my sound. I'm going to use it next week in my live. I don't know if you're aware, your Dick Dawson channel has 17 subscribers now.
Yay! It's the World Model Feud channel that you want to subscribe to, though. That one I just use for logging into the meets, right? So I have the right avatar and shit.
Well, that one's I've been a subscriber for a long time now.
Yeah, yeah.
You actually deserve more subscribers than I do because you help a lot of people behind the scenes. And it was a pleasure being here. I didn't talk too much, but again, this is my first actual live, so I'm learning with it.
Great job, Ryder.
I love being with everyone.
Great job, buddy. We love
thanks,
you.
man.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
That's
Ryder.
right on. You know?
I fucking love that guy.
Yeah,
He's
that was
a
awesome.
great guy.
Right on. Thanks, man.
And Daddy Boogle, how about you? Final thoughts? Plug any, shill any channels you want to shill? Your own? Anybody?
Right. No, basically, just exactly what Ryder said there, to be quite honest with you. The amount of work that Dick does behind the scenes, I mean, there's Dick everywhere. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. It's a glorious fucking sight, man. And the only channels that I would really shill is when we were talking earlier about computer games, and I was saying I'm happy if I can turn the bloody things on. If anyone wants to witness exactly how bad I am at computer games, I might be doing a couple of wee live streams with Robert Leger on his own channel. And if you want to come and laugh at me getting absolutely annihilated in Fortnite, man, fire on over.
Cool. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Let's do it.
And let's see, Steaming Cup of Reason, what do you got for us? Show your channel, final thoughts, anything.
I just want to say thanks for having me on there, Dick. Happy birthday to you, brother. Love you. And as far as my channel is concerned, well, I put out a couple of videos last night, the Friday night special and special little rant on behalf of Dead Kennedy. Hopefully I'm going to get another one out tonight or tomorrow for Sunday, and I will see you all on the shills. And don't forget, by the way, Logical and I are going to be starting up our new channel soon, Logic and Reason, so watch this space. It's going to be cool.
Hold on a second.
Awesome.
If you guys have not seen any of Steaming Cup of Reason's mega mirrors on the other creators in this community, you need to go check them because I've never seen a better format for mirroring. He interviews the creator and shows some of their content. They're all great.
They are amazing.
Absolutely.
This guy has it.
I agree.
Amy Hogan, what do you got for us on final thoughts?
Well, all I can say is that Daniel Pratt is nuts. I want to wish Dick Dawson a happy birthday. Thank you so much for including me in the community. I've just enjoyed it so much. And I think it's time for a sheep to come in and start debunking too.
Oh, yeah, baby. Right on. It was so great to have you, and I can't wait.
Anybody in the audience, don't let that sweet little voice fool you. She is a wolf in sheep's clothing when it comes to debunking.
And as I've said before, I cannot wait for Sheeple to step up and take its rightful place and smack him down, man. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
1 minute debunk. What do you got for final thoughts? Still in your channel.
Well, happy birthday, Dick. You're a linchpin to the community. I really appreciate all the stuff you've done. I do have a little channel, but I'm at 333 subs now, so I don't really want any more subscribers.
Illuminati confirmed! Illuminati confirmed! Right here, ladies and gentlemen, it's all 1 minute debunk's fault. It was not us. There you go.
I want to become a Freemason, so yeah, I'm going to stick at 333. But I'll put my channel
fuck
link in
you
the chat
are.
anyway, if anyone hasn't seen it. It's been a good night. Thanks for having me, and I hope you had a good birthday.
Oh, thanks, man. It was great having you over for it. That was awesome. And if anybody watching or anybody that watches this in the future is not subbed, go check out 1 Minute Debunk. This guy's unbelievable. The effort put into making these videos last that exact 1 minute 11, you have no idea. So make sure you've got your brain turned on because it's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Ragical, the Unhallowed Knight, what do you got for final thoughts and shilling?
Well, I had to look at Pratt full screen for quite a time now, so my eyes are bleeding, my ears are bleeding, and my brain is bleeding, so there's that. And apart from that, I'll just want to congratulate in Dutch, and that's van harte gefeliciteerd. So, there you go.
I'm scared to translate that.
Bless you.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe the thing gets it. Maybe the thing gets it. Wait a minute. I'm checking the chat now. Does it know?
Oh God, here we go.
I missed it. Damn it.
I
can go back.
We can go back and watch it on the rerun. I'm interested to see that now too. Brandy Beaver, what do you got for final thoughts? Chilling your channel. Anything else you got to say?
No, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me. My wife is probably, I think the one baby's asleep. The other one's off at the park. I better go help with that or else I'll be in the shit. You know what I mean? She's a great person. Yeah, you should help, right?
Yeah, she's great.
But beyond that, I did just get a video about an hour before we got started here. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Sub to me. I'm almost, like, the only thing is I'm surprised that people don't want to see a sticky beaver because, you know, I keep telling people at 2,500 subs, I'm going to pour a bunch of sugar syrup all over myself and roll in I've got a kiddie pool. It's ready. I'm not kidding about it.
People, you have to
getting worse. This is getting bad. The wasp season is going to be terrible. So it's going to be like, it could turn into a fun video of me running around.
Oh, and people, you have to understand, we have a beaver who is a self-proclaimed, shaved, shit-talking beaver.
I never said
who is willing to cover himself in syrup and spread it for everyone to see. We have to have this. So
what are we spreading?
Wait, gonna be sticky.
Wait, what are we spreading?
We need to get that creamy, slick, smooth beaver, all sticky and gooey. We have to have this happen.
Wait, what are we spreading?
If you weren't paying attention, you don't need to know.
Brainy, I just have one question. Did you show your wife your subs yet?
I've shown my wife my subs a lot. I think she's sick of hearing it. What about yours? Wait, do you have a significant other? Of some sort of girlfriend?
Nope.
You just show them the tip, eh? That's okay. That's fun too. You're in a different stage of life at that point. Then. Have fun with that while you can.
Yeah, big Q-tip, big tip, polished tip, sharp tip. It doesn't matter. Everybody.
I got a lot of rolled eyes now. Let's put it this way. she gets that it could help. It doesn't quite do it yet, but I mean, you know, one day it might help pay the grocery part. You know, half the grocery bill, which is, you know, that would be still huge for anybody, right? So.
Yeah, well, that just leaves me and Dick for final thoughts. And Dick, since it's your birthday, I will give you the final say. I just want to say happy birthday. You've been a great friend, and in fact, my best friend among all really wonderful friends in this community. You know, I really appreciate you, everything that you do for the community and me personally. As far as shilling my channel, watch this space. I'm a little late coming out with a couple of videos, but I will get them done. We also planning a 666 subscribers special. We've got a great cast. We got a great topic. Watch that space. Dick, your chance.
Before he goes, I'm also realizing I'm the only asshole that didn't say happy birthday. So happy birthday.
Oh, see, and I was going to call you out for that. I was going to say,
there you go. So I got beat you. There you go. Now you may continue, sir.
Yeah, all right.
Can I just
say this?
Can I just say one thing about
Radical, yeah, go.
So this so-called Canadian beaver is the rudest Canadian I've ever met.
That's right. Fucking.
You know what? He didn't even say sorry, did he? Did you hear that?
Or a boot.
Yeah.
But Canadian, when we know each other, we're allowed to step on each other's souls.
I am going to call Trey and Matt Parker, or Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and find out if Beaver's head even flaps like a true Canadian, because this is not right. Now, number one, in closing, I'd like to say that everyone who conspired behind my back and participated in this stream is an absolute piece of shit, and you all should go and choke on your own vomit and fucking die for fucking me around.
Definitely was it, man.
Yeah, well, number two, I will actually thank the people that showed up to watch, because unlike you sorry-ass sacks of shit, I appreciate them and what they've done to contribute to the stream. Number two, let's talk about pseudoscience and the absolute devastation it has on human intelligence. This is a disease. It is not a right, it is not a belief, and is not something you catch from the toilet seat of the public bathroom of humanity. It must be stomped out and squashed. So if you ever smell that little stench coming from the ground, look down. It could be on your shoe, and it could be pseudoscience, and you know what to do. Wipe that shit off and fight the good fight. This is World Model Feud Live, and we're saying bye.